I'm going to kill the mic, actually.
This game has been made possible by those who have fought and continue to fight for the freedoms we enjoy. Let us now honor and respect their efforts for our country. Would all who are able please rise, remove your hats, as we honor our nation with the playing of our national anthem.
And good evening and welcome to East West Stadium in Fairmont, West Virginia for a Big Ten Marion County matchup between the North Marion Huskies and the Fairmont Senior Polar Bears. I'm Sean McNamara, bringing you through tonight's action, joined by Coach Steve Harbert in what should be a good one. Beautiful night for football, Coach. We're 3 for 3 on good nights for football, and hopefully 3 for 3.
Nice night out. I think it's going to be a really good game. I'm excited to see this rivalry.
Yeah, and as somebody who coached in this rivalry, this is two schools that are very familiar with each other. Two coaching staffs familiar with each other, two communities familiar with each other. And it should be a fun one in here, I think.
It should be separated from about 15 minutes of Route 250. Obviously, like you said, the coaching staff knows each other. It's obviously a rivalry. Some of the coaching staff at Fairmont Senior played there. Some of the coaching staff at North Marion played at North. Some of the coaching staff at one point at both schools played at the other school. So, there's a lot of pride between both communities, and, it's always been a good rivalry. So I'm excited.
And it's a rivalry that goes back pretty far. Yeah. They all the way back to 79. Fairmont Senior leading that all-time rivalry, 30-18, average margin of victory, 26-19. And it's one that's kind of been lopsided based on the timing. It started off pretty North Marion heavy back in the 80s, early 90s, or late 90s for sure.
Right.
And recently it's been all Fairmont Senior, 22 in a row against the Huskies. And the last North Marion win back in overtime in 2003, the second consecutive overtime win for North Marion. So it's been a little while.
It has. I don't have much to say other than it has.
So, yeah, it's been a long time for North Marion, and Coach Hayes, come fresh off his birthday, has the boys ready to come in here and play tonight. North Marion 3-0 on the year. They've got wins over East Fairmont, Preston, and Philip Barber. North Marion number 4 in the playoff rankings. A little early for playoff rankings, but at 3-0, they're there at number 4. They're outscoring opponents. North Marion is 103-39. So big margin of victory for North Marion so far. Polar Bears started the year with a bye week, so they're only 2-0. Wins over RCB and Preston. They're number 2 in the playoff rankings at the moment. They're outscoring their opponents 98-22, and they're led by quite the athlete, their coach, in Anthony Smith. The starting quarterback already has offers from Syracuse, Towson, Sac State, a couple other places. He's a good player, can really swing it around.
He is. I like watching him play, honestly. I mean, he makes throws that normal high school players don't make. He can throw I've seen him throw 14-yard outs from one hash all the way to the field side. I've seen him throw 17 to 14 comebacks, back routes from the pocket. A lot of teams like to do that on the move. He's got a big arm. He's only a sophomore, and everything I've read about him in the Pittsburgh area, he's highly touted.
Captain's out on the field, about ready to go out to midfield. For Fairmont Senior, we have Jason Walker, number 2, a senior, 6'1", He's joined out there by Javelin Papali, a defensive lineman, is a senior, 6'4", 240. Tristan Ramsey is a senior, 6 foot, wears number 74, another lineman. And rounding that group out will be Deshaun Floyd, number 75, another senior, 6'4", 305. For the North Marion Huskies out there, we've got Hunter Rogers. We've been saying his name quite a bit recently, Coach. Hunter's off to a great start to his senior season. He's joined by Jacob Friels, also a senior, wears 52. Number 8, Toby Michael is a senior out there as a captain. And rounding the group out, Logan Gump, number 73, a 6'3" senior. So both teams electing to go with 3 linemen and 1 skill as captains. I like that. Does that tell you anything about the tone we should expect to see tonight? Do coaches think about that kind of thing?
Well, like I said to you earlier before we came on the broadcast, every game's one up front, but this one has always been a battle in the trenches. Both teams have had some really talented athletes up front, and this is going to be one for the ages, I believe.
Yeah, both teams, like you said, have been good up front throughout the years. Last year, game tilted pretty heavily in favor of the Polar Bears, one-sided score, but just a few months prior to that, these two schools met up in Wheeling Park up on the island, and had the best football game I've ever seen at any level, I think.
I can tell you the first half, being the defensive coordinator of that game, first half, I was pretty happy, honestly. Second half, we couldn't get a stop to save our rear end, and it haunts me. I just watched that game twice last night for the first time since 2020.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I watched it probably about a month ago, right when summer practices were starting, and I needed to scratch an itch a little bit.
Yeah.
So I know how that goes. What a great game.
It was. It really was.
And hopefully we're in here for another good one tonight. North Marion, the road team this evening, wearing their white uniforms with black numbers outlined in silver, white pants with black and silver stripes down the side, silver helmets with the North Marion logo on them. Fairmont Senior, I think this might be the first time they've worn these uniform, Coach.
Yeah,
they've got all black tops and bottoms, white stripe outlined in blue on the pants, white numbers outlined in blue, 12th Street written above the chest. So interesting alternates here.
It is. I mean, I think every team, whether it's high school, college, whatever, everybody goes with some type of black alternate uniform, and it looks nice.
It really has become a thing.
It is. It has been.
So North Marion will be kicking off to start. Fairmont Senior won the toss and elected to receive.
I like the captains that you mentioned, Pompili, Floyd, Jaywalk. Those 3 right there are program kids here. These kids have been here for 4 years, worked hard. I don't want to say, I hate the word buy your time, but they have. They've worked hard to get their opportunity. So honestly, I'm excited for those 3 in particular to get their opportunity to come out here and put on their school collars as a starter for their school.
Walker will be back to receive the opening kick along with Taryn Boda. Cooper Williams for North Marion will kick things off. And we are underway. A low kick. It's going to bounce at the 23. It's going to roll. It touched Walker. He's going to pick it up at the 8. North Marion pursuing. And Walker gets a little bit of a seam, but he's going to be taken down right across the 21. So a good kickoff by Williams, and it'll be favorable field position as far as where North Marion holds them to start at.
Yeah, that was good kick coverage. And like I said before, they did a good job of staying in their lanes when he kind of fumbled the ball.
We've talked about that throughout the season, yeah. All right, we are ready to go. Smith is in at quarterback number 13. He's joined right behind him by Christian Rapchak, a player you were excited to see tonight, Coach.
Yeah, I am.
1st and 10 from the 21, pistol formation for Smith. He'll take a snap, and it's going to be a handoff. Rapchak, he's hit by Carter Parson and dropped.
Yeah, they didn't have enough guys to this side. Fairmont Senior didn't, and they left Carter Parsons unblocked, and that's an easy play to make.
It'll be -3 yards on the rush for Rapchak. And this is a Smith kid who can really sling it around, Coach. He's 24-43 on the year, completing 56% of his passes. No interceptions, 6 touchdowns, over 350 yards through the air.
They got an extra lineman here to this side. This guy's ineligible. I don't even know why we're guarding him.
Yeah, unbalanced to this side, trips to the left. Smith is going to roll out, throws it over the middle. This one is high, and it's incomplete. That one intended for Boda, number 3. Him and Walker in the same area there. That one falls incomplete, 3rd down.
It was good coverage, actually. 13 just let the Smith kid just let the ball sail on him. He got to get his hips around.
So passing situation here. A week ago against Philip Barber. This was a position that the Huskies really thrived in, getting after the quarterback.
Yeah, they do. They like to bring pressure here.
Same formation, pistol, and it doesn't look like they're covering the ineligible receiver. So nobody on him. We're going to get a flag, and it looks like a false start. Back to Polar Bears up 5.
It is. They put you in a bind there. Even though he's ineligible, they're creating an extra gap. So you got to either do something with your front, or you're going to have that corner or safety that's on the back end kind of run fit that outside run.
So with what we're talking about with the extra lineman, to the right side of the center, they have the guard, tackle, and then an additional tackle over him with an ineligible number.
Yeah.
So an ineligible player on the right side of the line where the tight end would normally be lined up, and 3 wide receivers to the left. So pistol formation, 3rd and 18. Smith has it. Has good protection. Throws it down the middle. It's incomplete. It is off the hands of number 6, Rudy Carrillo. And good coverage back there by, looked like almost the entire North Marion defensive backfield. We had Bland, Van Gilder back there, along with Cyrus Collins.
Yes. Cyrus was the one that had him, and Colby Van Gilder was over the top, so we kind of had him bracketed. It's a good stand. We got to capitalize here.
So we Poindexter back to receive the kick. Thank you for joining us on our audio-only broadcast tonight on YouTube. Really good high punt. Poindexter is going to get it right at midfield. He slips and goes down, and he'll be down there.
One thing to note, and this is something, number 2, Walker is he's actually the personal protector for the punter.
Okay.
He's also their backup quarterback. So they were in a kind of an unorthodox formation right there, to where, they do have the option to pass the ball. And so I'm anxious to see, they may be setting some up for later.
Definitely something to keep an eye on. So it'll be Cole Morris and the Huskies going right to left on your radio dial. They'll start 1st and 10 from the positive 48. So they're on Polar Bear side of the field to start. Single back to the left is Poindexter on Morris. Snap. Give to Poindexter. And gets a good surge forward. Not much there, but maybe about 4.
Yeah, North was in that heavy package. So they got 2 H-backs that's going to be to one side. And now you're trying to get that defense to shift. And then they just ran that weak side for a gain of 4.
So 2nd and 6 now. Ball on the 44-yard line.
Yeah, they're still in their heavy package.
Carter Parson and Toby Michael, the 2 H-backs making up that heavy package to the right side. 1 wide receiver wide out either way. Poindexter and Morris in the backfield shotgun. Now we're going to get a shift with Parson and Michael lining up on the other side. It's going to be handoff to Poindexter. Steps inside of a tackle. He's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he did a good job avoiding a TFL there as Fairmont Senior's Parker Bigelow was in the backfield and almost had the tackle for loss.
Yeah, he did a good job making him miss. Bigelow kid's a pretty good linebacker.
Been quite a few good Bigelows here recently in this stadium.
Well, 2 plus down this one. But yeah.
So that'll bring up 3rd down and 6, ball still at the 44. Poindexter and Morris off as Michael goes in at quarterback, Egel in at running back. And it looks like that's Holden comes in as well. Snap, Michael. He's going to keep. He turns it up. He's got a seam. He's got the 1st down. Toby Michael brings it up to the 34, and I think we're going to tack on about 15 more, Coach.
Yeah, it looks like probably a face mask.
Looked like Walker got him around up high. We'll see if it's incidental or if it is the 15-yard variety. It stands 10-yard run. Personal foul. Face mask against Fairmont Senior. So 15-yard penalty for the Polar Bears. Coach, all the years that I've been around here covering high school football, Polar Bears, they've won 4 state championships since I moved to the area to cover sports. Penalties have been a thing for them for as long as I've been around.
Yeah, typically it's personal fouls and holds for them, honestly. I mean, holds just because that's what they do up front. Personal fouls, some of it's just because they're playing hard. Other times, maybe not.
Ball to 19. Morris is going to give it to Poindexter. Brian's going to pick up about 3 or 4. Polar Bears getting some pressure around the edge right there, and Poindexter's hurt his shoulder. He's going to run off.
Shoulder, elbow, but
he'll get 3 yards on the carry. 3 carries, 7 yards so far. 2nd and 7 now. Egel into the backfield. Snap, Morris. Give Egel. Tries to get around the right side. He's going to be taken down, and I believe a hold against North Marion coming in.
Yeah, it looks like a hold, and
Egel's not the speed guy.
No,
Coach.
usually does a good job, but once he puts his foot in the ground, he gets vertical. He didn't do that time. And you got to look. You've already gained 3 yards. Like, get what you can get and keep this thing moving forward.
So the call is a hold against North Marion. Penalty is going to be declined. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 10 as Egel will lose 3 on the play.
Kind of interesting that Coach Sampson didn't take that to really put it back because it's a spot foul. So, that hold was probably a couple yards deep into the backfield or a yard deep in the backfield. I mean, you probably would have gained another 7 or 8 yards from that, And I think your defense is good enough. Yeah.
Interesting decision there, but it brings up a 3rd and 10 from the 19. Collins now the running back alongside Morris. It's going to be handoff Cyrus Collins. He'll pick up 1 or 2, and that's all.
Number 6, Cyrus Collins, carried from the very number 59 of the defense.
Field goal?
Yeah, they're sending Williams out there, Coach. I was telling you.
I didn't mean to yell, but I'm just
No, you and I were talking before the game, and I was saying that Cooper was really getting a hold of the ball.
Yeah, he was.
And this will be a 35-yard attempt. His holder, Van Gilder, is going to put it down right at the 25.
I kind of like it, though, because you kick it into the end zone and, really it's 5-yard gain or whatever.
Snap, hold. Kick is up, and it's low. It hit right at the beginning of the end zone. Okay. Didn't get enough air under it. And it'll be Polar Bear ball.
Yeah.
So it'll be 1st down, Fairmont Senior.
Coach, I don't know how many field goals I've seen the Huskies attempt ever.
I told you last week, Dylan Leary, we did it with him, but he was a legit, he could have been a high-level Division II, low D1 kicker. Funkhausers could do it, but yeah.
Ball now at the 18-yard line.
We had Ryder Bland came on late. I don't know what.
All right, ball's at the 20, 1st and 10. So after the missed field goal, automatically gets spotted at the 20. I think they implemented that rule a few years ago.
Yeah, yep.
So Smith and Harapchek in the backfield. Pistol formation. Wing back right, 2 wide receivers right. It's going to be a handoff. Harapchek, he's got room. He steps through a tackle. He's into the open field. He's got about 22, it looks like.
I said early, this kid, he's only a sophomore, but he runs hard, and he's going to be a really good player here at Fairmont.
21 yards on the carry, 1st and 10 coming up from the 41. No score, 7:41 on the game clock. Twin wide receivers to the right with a wing back just off the tackle's hip to the right side, pistol formation. And it's going to be a give. And this is number 3, Boda.
Yeah. He's probably running back at like breakaway speed type kid. So you can almost guarantee when he's back there, he's going to get the ball.
5 yards for Boda on the carry. Came into tonight's game as the leading rusher for the Polar Bears. 14 carries for 264 coming into tonight. Second and 5 at the 46. Clock approaching 7 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Snap. Smith looking to pass. Pressure comes. Down. He's sacked. Gavin Floyd gets him.
Gavin's tough to handle.
And he went right up the middle. And now he needs a sub, and he's earned it.
Yeah. I'm not sure what happened to him there, but
it's going to be a loss of 8 yards on the sack, and that brings up 3rd down and 13. And they're in the same formation with the 2 wide receivers to the right, back to the right. Hard count. Smith got the jump, but they didn't go off sides. That clap jump, Coach.
Yeah. It was a hard count.
Ball to the 38 now. Man in motion. Smith has it. It's going to be a give. Harapchek, he's hit and taken down just across the line of scrimmage. Good job by the Huskies to get the stop there.
It was a great by Josh Holden. I watched him the whole time. I've been kind of talking to him about, like, start reading his keys a little bit better. And, like, he read right there, and he fired his gun that time and took off.
So bring up 4th and 11. Poindexter back in the game, set to return this punt. That's a good sign after he came off with some kind of arm ailment on the last one.
Yeah, he came out and got his arm wrapped up. I'm not sure.
Snap will come from the 40. And here's the punt. A shorter one than the last time. It goes out of bounds. All across the 30-yard line. We'll see where, I believe that's Austin Conaway, right? He'll get the spot at the 37.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
A couple Conaways on the officiating crew today.
There is. But yes, I don't know if it is. That may be Garrett. I'm not sure. They all look the same. They really do. I mean, God love them. They do.
1st and 10, North Marion at the 37 going right to left. Toby Michaels in at quarterback alongside Brian Poindexter in the backfield. 1 wide receiver to either side. They got a wing back in there, and it looks like 2 wing backs to the left. Yes. Snap, Michael. Give. Poindexter. Brian's got some room. He's at the 50. He's at the 45, 40. 35. Cuts back, and he's taken out of bounds at the 30. A great run by Brian Poindexter, but I think we're coming back. We got a flag on the play.
You got to be kidding me. I'm telling you right now, that right there, where it was, because I was kind of following Brian, but that stuff just boils my blood.
So the flag was up the field as they're going to lay the flag at the 45, 8 yards down the field from holding North Marion.
52. That's the right tackle.
So they'll get frills for that one. It's only going to go down as a net loss of 2 yards.
Yeah, but you're taking away.
And you wipe out.
Yeah, you're taking away an explosive against a good team. Like, talk about drive killers as coaches. Like, you don't want this to turn out to be a drive killer.
1st and 12 from the 35 now. Game clock at 5:18. No score. First quarter. Toby Michael is going to send Holden and Parson in motion left to right as the wing backs. He keeps. Toby's going to fall forward and get about 4, it looks like.
Yeah, they're trading those H-backs. They're moving them across the formation to try to get either angles or numbers. And they actually have it. They have the edge.
Typically, in a lot of levels of football, when you send a player in motion, it's to read the defense, see if they follow him, if they're going man zone. Is that the same for that kind of
100%.
H-back position?
Yep.
2nd and 9 now. Ball at the 38. Poindexter's going to take a handoff, and he gets a good surge forward. He's going to pick up almost – it's like he gets about 6.
Yeah, we got 2 left, it looks like maybe. Oh. Tough spot. But yeah, that's exactly what you're doing. You're looking to try to get angles or numbers to your advantage when you're doing this with these double H's.
4 carries, 13 yards for Poindexter. He came into tonight's game with 328 yards on 46 carries with 4 touchdowns. 3rd and 3, ball at the 44. Michael stays in at quarterback. He'll take the snap. He's going to keep. He's hitting the backfield, spins out of it. Toby stays on his feet, but not much there. He's going to lose 4, and that'll bring on the punt team. Polar Bears all over that one.
They are. The thing about them is they blitz their interior linebackers much more than I like to. I like for the interior guys to kind of read plays, but they do it to create chaos and to kind of spill everything to their edge guys, which are apparently, my guess is probably their better guys.
Parson on the punt. He stands at the 18.
Nice.
Parson. And it's going to bounce. Take a great North Marion bounce. It's going to roll inside the 10 at the 6. What a punt. That's going to go down as a net of 55 yards there, Coach.
Yeah, that was a great punt. Great spiral. Actually kicked it to the sideline.
And it hit on the hash on the sideline and just straight.
Yeah.
15 yards of roll just about on that punt. What a great punt from Parson.
It was a great punt.
So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 6-yard line for the Polar Bears. Yards of offense on the first 2 drives for Fairmont Senior.
Let's see here. What are we doing?
Smith will be in the looks like a pistol formation with Rapchek behind him. 3 wide receivers out there, 2 to the right. Looked like a false start, no whistle. And that'll be a handoff Rapchek, and he'll get a decent little move forward. Gets him out of the shadow of their own goal post. So Rapchek gets 6 yards on that one.
Second and 4.
So that'll bring 2nd and 4 for the Polar Bears. Looked like one of their wide receivers kind of moved on before the last snap, Coach.
Yeah, it did.
So we're sure Coach Hayes saw that as well and told one of the officials standing near him. 2nd and 4, ball out to the 12 for Smith. He'll take the snap. It's going to be a give. And hitting the backfield, but breaking through is Rapchek, and that'll be a 1st down.
We hit him at the line of scrimmage, and he got, 5 or 6 out of that from the line of scrimmage. It's those yards after contact. Those are important if you're a running backs coach. So it was a good run.
5 yards on the carry. 2nd 1st down of the game for Fairmont Senior. 2:10 on the clock. Still no score in the opening quarter. 3rd possession of the game for the Polar Bears. Smith takes a snap. He's looking to pass. Pressure comes. He dumps it off. That one is caught. And Boda has it.
I'm kind of surprised. I mean, I'm surprised Fairmont Senior still has a lot of athletes on the perimeter. So they're receivers. I'm kind of surprised they haven't tried to utilize that a little bit with this quarterback from Pittsburgh.
13 yards on the completion. 30. Back to this unbalanced line with 3 linemen to the right side of the center. Trip wide receivers to the left. Another hard count. Parson fell for it, but didn't go over the line.
Yeah.
2 minutes on the clock. Snap. Smith looking to pass. Swings it out. Has his man. They timed that up very nicely. And getting to the outside of the Polar Bears, that's going to be Boda once again, and he'll move the chains.
Yeah, Coach Sampson loves that. I don't know what they call it, but it's just an arrow route from one of their slots, and then they'll just sit there and block. It's more or less a screen, another way to screen.
27 yards on that. And I said they timed it up well because as soon as Boda caught it, the receivers then immediately started blocking. A second earlier, it would have been PI, but it looked like it was timed very well to me.
Yep.
1st and 10 from the 43 now. Polar Bears with a little movement going left to right. Got some momentum now with 3 first downs on the drive. Now Smith will take the snap. He's going to give it. And this is Hrapchek. He's fighting for every yard. Parsons had him, but Hrapchek took the defense a few yards there.
He did. Again, I thought Josh did a good job of shedding his block, and he hit him for about a 3-yard gain. And then this kid just kept his legs going.
Hrapchek's up to 40 yards on 6 carries. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 1. Ball at the 34 now. Pistol formation for Smith. Trip wide receivers left. Snap. Give. Hrapchek's got the 1st down. He's slippery in there.
He is. I'm not sure, what he looks like without pads, but he looks like a strong kid.
28 now. Smith looking to pass. Throws it. Has his man. That one is caught. That'll be a 1st down.
Yeah, we did a good job taking away the deep ball, and they settled for their underneath. Probably his 3rd option on that play.
Boda on the reception. 13 yards on the completion. 5 first downs on this already for the Polar Bears. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 15. Snap. Give. Hrapchek. Bounce it off tackle. He's tripped up.
Number 5, Hrapchek. Out over the 15.
He'll pick up 3.
To the 12.
We'll see if the Polar Bears snap it again. We got the play clock at 28, the game clock at 13.
No, they're going to take it. They're going to take it.
And it looks like Smith heads toward the sideline. Game clock at 5. And that will do it after 1 quarter of play. No score.
And that, ladies and gentlemen,
A defensive opening quarter as we head down to the other side of the field. Some positives both ways. But the Polar Bears with the momentum right now got a nice drive going.
Yeah, they are. I thought North has done a pretty decent job of taking away explosive plays, but and forcing them to run. What you are anyway defensively is you're a run-stopping team. So, they're doing what they want. Now they just got to, kind of bend and don't break. That's kind of been their mantra this year so far in the first 3 games. They've allowed teams into the red zone, but haven't allowed a ton of points in the red zone, if that makes sense.
And they'll have 2nd and 7 for 12 at the 12-yard line when we begin the 2nd quarter. University leading Wheeling Park 7-0. That's probably the best game we have in the state tonight, Coach.
just as a reminder to the Fairmont Senior student section,
University and Wheeling Park.
Yes.
Who's up?
University 7, Wheeling Park 0. Morgantown up 14-7 on Connellsville right now on the Metro News scoreboard. Martinsburg 15-7 over Hedgesville. Robert C. Byrd leads Preston 7-0.
Is Martinsburg's 0-2 right now?
No,
Martin 1-2.
Martinsburg is 1-2. Yes, they won last week.
1-2. I think 14 in the polls.
In the playoff rankings.
Polls, that's what I mean.
Yeah, in the Metro News power rankings, I know they're higher than that.
Everybody knows, right?
Yeah.
When you go and play a nationally ranked team and you lose to them,
and hey, good for them for doing it.
You still get some cred, right?
Good for them for doing it.
That's right.
2nd and 8 from the 13. Shotgun formation for Smith. He's got Hrapchek to his right. He's going to take the snap, rolls out to the right, Pressure coming. He throws it to the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. As Walker goes up and gets it over the defender. And it is 6-0 Polar Bears.
Yeah, Walker did. He climbed the ladder on that one and just took the ball from the defender.
So a 94-yard drive.
This is something you don't see often.
Left-footed kicker.
Left-footed kicker. I like it.
I believe that is Ben Smith. And his kick is up and good. It'll be 7-0 Polar Bears.
Fairmont Senior 7, North Marion, nothing. Back to James in the Metro News Sports Center.
So 7-0 is the lead. 11:53 in the second quarter. Collins, Campbell, and Poindexter back deep to receive for the Huskies. And it'll be 22. Samuel Flower to kick off, his older brother, kicker for the Mountaineers up in Morgantown.
Yeah. Was a soccer player and then, had been talked to try to do football, and they kept trying to talk him into it, and kind of turned out for him, didn't it?
Yeah. This kickoff is going to bounce. It's loose on the ground. Huskies got to dive on it, as flying down the field is Rudy Carrillo, and if North Marion doesn't dive on that ball, he's going to pick it up at the 21.
He is, but I got to point out, 59, J.D. Baker had a heck of a block on that return. He took a kid on tour and just pancaked him.
Baker, 6'1" sophomore for North Marion.
Yeah.
Huskies will begin this drive at their own 20 or 21-yard line. The ball sitting right between the two. 21 yards of offense for North Marion so far tonight. Just one first down in the opening quarter. It'll be Morris out there at quarterback.
We've got to hurry.
Play clock at 1. Morris has the snap. It's going to be a give. And falling forward are the Huskies. That was Poindexter, I believe.
It was. They did it. They did an RPO right there. So what they did is they had inside zone called up front, and they took Cyrus Collins and ran him on an arrow route, or what they call a line, and they RPO'd that overhang. I heard they were going to do a good bit of RPO.
2nd and 8 from the 23 now. Twin wide receivers to either side of the field, or maybe a wing to the left. Now Morris has the snap. He rolls out, looking to pass for the first time. Throws it. This one is high and knocked away. Good defense there by crap check number 5. Pass intended for Collins, about 20 yards down the field.
It's almost picked off by number 5.
Yeah, it was good coverage.
Good coverage. PA said almost picked off. He had one hand on it, slapped it away. Great coverage.
Yeah, it was. It was good coverage.
So 3rd and 8 now. Johnson and Collins, the 2 wide receivers to the right side. Poindexter still in the backfield. Morris has the snap. He's looking to pass again. He's going to roll out.
Oh, man.
He's got his man. That's Parson. He gets up near the first down. He's going to come up short, but a nice forward play.
It was. It was a nice play. I think that they also have an option. He Cyrus out-leveraged that safety that time. So he also has a deep route that he could go to Cyrus on.
So it's a gain of 6. Maybe a little less than that. No, it was a gain of 6. So to bring up to the 29. So along about 2 yards for the first down. 4th and 2. Punt units on for North Marion. Parson had a great one his last time. This time he's going to get off another good one. Wow. as this one backs Walker up. This one's also going to roll down to the 10. It's down to the 6-yard line. And Carter Parson, wow. Where'd this come from?
I don't know. I mean, well, I know last year he did a good job punting the ball, and especially in practice, he punted the ball pretty well. When his drop's good and when the angle of the ball, obviously there's some physics and stuff to kicking, but when his angle's right and his drop is low, it's usually pretty good. But that was good. I don't know why Walker didn't try to save himself a little bit and catch that one.
66 yards on the punt.
That's a great weapon to have to flip the field.
And so the exact same starting field position the Polar Bears had on their last drive that went for a touchdown. 1st and 10 from the 6. Smith has it. He's going to give a handoff. And breaking into the secondary trap check, he's going to get right around the first down mark. I think he might be just a bit short.
Nope, they're moving it.
So that'll be a first down. 10 yards for Hrabchak. He's got 58 yards on 9 carries. And that one's up to the 16. Must have been closer to the 5 on the last spot because that ball's not quite at the 16-yard line. Now it's going to be in single back, trip wide receivers left, unbalanced line right for Smith. He gives a handoff. Here's Hrabchak getting to the outside before he's hit by Johnson and taken down.
Number 5 check with the carry brought down by number 7, Blake Johnson.
Gain of 5.
2nd and 5.
Yeah, they're running it behind that extra tackle.
Subs going in now. Luke Walker checking into the game. Him and Evan Miller come in.
Looked like a whole new D-line. Hunter Rogers in there now.
2nd and 5 from the 21-yard line, rather. Smith throws it out. He's got his man. And breaking away and just tripped up there is Carrillo.
Rudy Carrillo brought down by a shoestring, but not before picking up another. Fairmont Senior.
They've always done a good job of running their tunnel screws to their athletes. It's always been to the boundary. They never run it to the field so that when he comes back across, he's got space to move.
13 yards on the completion up to the 34-yard line. 8:50 on a rolling second quarter clock. The Players lead North Marion 7-0 here at East West Stadium. Pistol formation. Smith takes it. We're going to get a flag on the play, so
Plays dead, flags on field.
pre-snap penalty. Polar Bears backing up. Looks like it'll be on them. False start against Fairmont Senior. 3rd penalty for 25 yards on the game.
5-yard penalty, and it remains first down. 5-yard penalty,
1st and 15 now. That'll move the ball back to the 29-yard line. Snap for Smith. Straight drop, 3 steps. Looks to load one up. Looking for Carrillo. He didn't see it up there. That'll go incomplete. Coverage by Van Gilder. Collins came over late. And Carrillo just, I don't know if he lost it in the lights. He didn't see that ball at all.
Yeah, it came off the quarterback. I mean, I'm not gonna say anything about the receiver not seeing it because when it came off his hand, I lost it. But man, that's a missed opportunity for North Marion because the ball hung in the air forever.
Yeah,
and the receiver had no idea where it was at. That was an opportunity to get a interception.
2nd and 15 now. Ball still to 29. Twin running backs of Smith in the backfield. He's going to keep his first rushing attempt of the game. Johnson hits him, and he'll go out of bounds, but not before he picks up right around 10. See where he stepped out.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, he's not running quarterback. So, when you're playing against a pocket passer, you want him to run the ball. You would rather him run it than give it to one of their better guys, better athletes to run the ball. So I think that was the thing. It was a good read by him.
And it was a gain of 8. 3rd and 7 now, ball at the 37-yard line. Huskies will rush just 4. Smith gets the throwaway. This one's complete, first down. Gain of 12 yards on the completion. Walker's got it. 10th first down of the first half for the Polar Bears as they'll take it up to the 49-yard line.
This is how you want them to play, though. You want them to systematically drive the ball down the field and see if maybe you can capitalize on a mistake.
1st and 10, Fairmont Senior. Smith is going to give to Hrabchek. He'll get a short gain. He's going to pick up the far official, gives him 1 yard. Coach Lanham subbing in his D-line pretty frequently.
He is trying to keep those guys fresh. Almost everybody plays both ways.
1 yard on the run. Ball right at midfield. New midfield logo on the new turf here at East West Stadium, Coach.
Honestly, I like how this the turf is now versus before.
Every 5 yards with kind of a different shade of green. I think it looks very nice.
Yeah.
It's going to be a handoff. And in reverse, that one is open. And there's Carrillo. The Huskies rally pretty nicely. Holden's able to get the hit, but not before Carrillo gets the first down.
Rudy Carrillo with another Fairmont Senior touchdown.
Yeah, it was well executed.
Do you think that was a result of the Huskies getting fooled, or Fairmont Senior seeing North Marion had been over pursuing a little bit, and then taking advantage of it?
That's exactly what it is. North Marion's been pursuing hard, which you have to. You have to pursue hard, and you got to make them adjust, and they did.
Ball's up to the 39-yard line now. Pistol formation, wing back to the right side of Anthony Smith. He's going to drop straight back to pass. Has plenty of time. Throws it out. This one is high. He was looking for Walker. And decent coverage by the Huskies as Van Gilder came up. Collins on the coverage. Although a better pass, and I think if that pass is at his chest, Walker had some room.
Yeah, it is. One thing I noticed on film about the Smith kid is when he misses high on everything. So I don't know if it's more of like the elbow on the drop on the elbow or shoulder, but he's got a little bit of a hitch in his throw. That may be it. But he always misses high.
2nd and 10 now from the 39. Same pistol formation. The wingback will go in motion. This is going to be a handoff. Hrabchek. He's hitting the backfield, but he just does not go down easy. His effort's going to give him 3 yards on that play as he was hit by Walker pretty much as soon as he got to the line, but he's able to rumble forward for 3.
Yeah, right now you want to really, like when you're pursuing that, you want that defensive end to really, because they're playing an overhang outside of me, so you want that D end to really squeeze it hard, because you still have another guy that's outside that can help you. So that's what Walker did there. He did a good job.
3rd down and 7, ball up to the 36-yard line as the clock approaches 6 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Pistol formation for Smith. He's got the snap. Huskies are going to bring pressure. Smith rolls out looking to pass. This one's picked off as this one is going to be grabbed there by Ryder Bland.
That was one of those 17-14 comebacks, and Ryder Bland just stayed underneath of it. This is one of the times, like I said, I've said it all year, this kid knows how to play out of phase. He was out of phase, got his head around, T-stepped, broke on the ball. There's the pick.
First interception thrown by Anthony Smith on the season. And that'll give the Huskies the ball back in Polar Bear territory at the 23-yard line, 5:51 here in the second quarter.
I said it, Sean. You want them to have to drive the ball and make a mistake. This is exactly why. That was good job by North Marion's defense.
As Bland goes up and get it, I believe it's his first interception of the year. The second interception the Huskies have grabbed. Johnson had one last week on Robbie Jones of Philip Barber. 1st and 10 at the 23. Poindexter going to try and get to the outside. He's taken down in the backfield. Nothing there.
It's too much penetration. Same thing that North Marion's doing, Fairmont Senior's doing. They're pursuing well. So some type of counter action or boot action to get them to slow down, because they're bringing heat.
Couple subs into the game. 2nd and 13 upcoming after a loss of 3 on the last run. Ball to 20. Snap. Give up the middle. Poindexter has some room. Breaks a tackle. He's going to get just over the original line good hard run as he's going to pick up 5.
For the Huskies, out to the 25-yard line. Stop by number 5.
It was a good hard run. He's a tough kid, man.
Ball up to the 25 now.
I think he had, 17 carries last week? Plus,
I believe so.
Yeah, 17 carries plus his punts and kickoffs. I mean, he gets a lot of touches.
3rd and 8 now. Morrison at quarterback. And they do the hard count with the clap, don't get the jump, and they'll take a timeout. They got the jump, but not over the line of scrimmage. And the Huskies have been on the wrong end of that twice tonight, and it wasn't called.
That's right.
So good on the official for being consistent there.
That's it. It's all about consistency.
Timeout comes with 4:28 remaining before halftime, and it'll be 3rd and 8 from the 25. Morgantown Connellsville tied up at 14.
Wow.
University Wheeling Park tied at 7. Spring Mills 14-0 over Musselman. Big important win for Musselman last week over at Wheeling Park. Preston and Robert C. Byrd tied up at 7 right now. Bridgeport 35-0 over Philip Barber in the second quarter. Chapmanville 14-0 over Midland Trail. Elkins 20-7 over Buchanan Upshur. Oak Hill 14-3 over Shady Spring. Hampshire 7-0 over Grafton. Lewis County 7-0 over East Fairmont. Spring Valley 3-0 over Cabell Midland. Frankfort 14-0 over Tucker County. That's a good one down there in AA and A, respectively. South Harrison 21-12 over Poca. Interesting game over there.
Yeah.
All right, 3rd and 8. Empty backfield for Morris. He's going to drop straight back. Have some time. Now the pressure comes. Got to get rid of it. He does. Dumps it off to Brian Poindexter. First down, Huskies. As Brian's going to take it up to the 37-yard line, gain of 12.
It's a good read. One thing you can learn from seniors backers, expand wide and deep. So the middle of the field's open. They get something and kind of hook it up there in the middle. It's kind of where Brian caught the ball, just right outside of that middle hole.
Husky offensive line doing a good job against the 3-man pressure for Fairmont Senior, allowed Poindexter to leak out after some time. Now it's going to be a handoff and another good forward run. Poindexter again.
Number 13, Poindexter, on the carry, brought down by number 64, Dylan Panowitz.
Be a gain of 3. 20 yards on 8 carries for Poindexter. Also has 1 reception for 13 and a punt return for about 1 before he fell. Ball at the 41-yard line now. Wingbacks to either side of Morris. And it's going to be a handoff up the middle, and that's it. Nothing there. Poindexter's taken down pretty much as soon as he gets to the line. He's going to lose 2.
Number 13, Poindexter with a loss of 2. Brought down by number 79, Alex McGinnis.
Alex McGinnis on the tackle for Fairmont Senior. Now it's back to 3rd and 9. Ball back at the 39-yard line.
Tell you what, that's a big D line by Fairmont Senior, especially those anchors in the middle.
So 4 down linemen now. Press coverage on the outside. 5 wide for Morris. Snap from the 39. He drops, looking to throw. Dials it up down the middle to Poindexter. He had maybe a step, but just a little too much on the pass. And that'll be incomplete and bring on Parson to punt.
It's the right look. I mean, that you had the matchup. You had a linebacker, Bigelow, on Poindexter, and he's not keeping up with him.
Ball just a little bit out of reach of Poindexter. I think if Morris had felt comfortable for another second, I don't want to say had another second because I think he did.
He did.
But if he felt a little more comfortable and let Brian get another step, I think that one might have gone.
You know, I've never played that position, but that's a hard spot when you got pressure coming in from all around you, and you got to trust that those guys are just doing their job.
Another incredible punt from Parson. This one's going to be fair caught by Walker at the 22. And what can we say about Carter Parson tonight? See, I haven't been in practice to see him reach his, I guess, potential as a punter that we've seen tonight.
Yeah,
very impressive.
I haven't seen him this year doing it, but last year, and you know, I got to see him do it every day, and you know, he had the ability. It's just all about consistency in your drop.
Ball at the 23-yard line now. 1st and 10 Polar Bears going right to left. Last drive ended with a Ryder Bland pick. That'll be Smith with twin wide receivers either way. One running back in the backfield with him. He's going to swing it out. He's got Walker and a short gain.
Another tunnel screen, but North Marion sniffed that one out.
That's the Bill Stewart special.
Yeah. They threw that to Jaywalk this time. Usually it goes to Carrillo. Carrillo. Yeah, I hate chopping somebody's name up.
No gain on the play. Yeah, had a conversation with Jeff Carpenter, our counterpart on the other broadcast tonight, and make sure to ask him about Rudy's last name.
Yeah. I'll just say Rudy.
2nd and 10 now. No gain on the play, ball to 23 as we approach 2 minutes to go before halftime. It's going to be Smith keeping it. Huskies turning back in. Smith is going to take a hit. He's going to get 3.
I didn't like that read. Unless it was the design keep, which I seriously doubt Coach Sampson is running their, this guy in a design run like that, but he should have handed that one.
3rd and 7 now, ball up to the 26-yard line, 1:35 to go. Huskies going to get it on the other side of halftime. Smith has the snap. Throws it over the middle. This one is incomplete.
Nope.
As he was looking over the middle for his receiver number 3, Boda. And that one will drop incomplete and bring up 4th down. 7 of 13 passing right now for Smith. And it all started on the good coverage on that tunnel screen.
Yeah, it did.
So now North Marion has 2 blocked punts on the year. A couple miscues trying to block punts last week.
That's right.
So we'll see maybe if they go after this. Coach Sampson and the Polar Bears have seen the film. They know where Cyrus Collins is right now. Snap will come from the 26. It's low. And a really short punt. Huskies need to get away from it.
Get away.
And this one will go out of bounds at about the 46-yard line. So it'll be good field position here for North Marion with a 1:19 and a pair of timeouts before halftime.
Yeah, here's your 2-minute offense. 40 yards to go. Or whatever, 46.
Looks like it's on the 46, yep. Second drive of the game for North Marion that'll begin in Polar Bear territory. Both of those coming after punts.
Let's see what we come into.
7-0 Fairmont Senior with the lead. 1:19 before halftime.
Empty.
So Morris will be in an empty backfield. Trip wide receivers right. 2 wide receivers to the left. 1st and 10. 4 down linemen will rush for Fairmont Senior. Morris. Timing breaks down. He's going to get to the outside. Cole Morris is at the 40, and he goes out of bounds. Cole Morris with a little escapability there.
Honestly, this is a great formation because now they have to worry. Cole can run the ball. He can run the ball pretty strong and well. So spreading those guys out and kind of getting that 4-1 box, it gives him the opportunity to make a play as well with his feet.
8 yards on the rush there. Bring up a 2nd and 2. Clock stopped at 1:10. Now he's got a running back in the backfield with him. And it'll be a handoff. That is Poindexter, and he'll pick up the first down.
Yeah, first down.
He'll get about 2, but that's all he needed to move the chains. 3rd first down of the first half for the Huskies.
Yeah, they're going back to empty, it looks like, unless they've changed their signals.
All right, ball at the 35-yard line, less than a minute to play. Empty backfield. Morris looking to pass. Timing breaks down, and he's going to be sacked.
That started with the snap. We didn't handle the snap clean. So obviously that takes your eyes off of what's going on downfield, and then everything looks rushed after that. It was unfortunate.
King Abercrombie with the sack. Loss of 3 for Morris on the sack. 45 seconds to go before half. And if you're going to spread it out, you don't have anybody to pick up to help you in the backfield, Coach.
No, you don't. I mean, you have hot reads, but the thing is they're only bringing 4, so there's really no hot read, right? So really, you have a hot read for, wherever a blitz may come from. All right, they love the blitz up the middle or AB gap with their inside backers. So that's going to be your hot read, whatever your crossing route is. But when they're fanned out and getting to that hook curl area, there's no hot read there. If you're able to get pressure with 4 guys and drop 7, I mean, you should do it all the time. You know, it helps out with your coverage game.
Yeah, you need the offensive line to hold up there.
Yeah.
In that situation. So 2nd and 13, 45 seconds to go.
Well, those snaps are coming back hot.
Ball at the 38-yard line for Cole Morris. Empty backfield once again. Good snap this time. Blitz comes, throws it over the middle. He's got Brian Poindexter. And Poindexter is going to pick up 9. So gain of 10, actually, for Poindexter. Now 3rd down and 3, 25 seconds left.
Oh.
And a spike, I guess. A lot of.
I'm not sure why we would spike it. It was 3rd and 3. You don't want it to be 4th and 3.
They're going to call intentional grounding.
What do you say?
They called intentional grounding.
No, you can spike it. You can spike it from the gun. You can spike it from the gun, and it's got to be on the snap. This guy's wrong. He's wrong.
That's the first one for me.
Yeah,
he said something about the center. I was talking over it.
Yeah, because so what it is like when Cole spiked it, he spiked it at an angle, but you don't have to throw it directly down at your feet. It has to be on the snap. You have to go right back down to the ground. That's the rule. And the guy's wrong. He's wrong. And Coach Hayes is, I don't care if it was Fairmont Senior that did that. The call is wrong. And the good thing is that the SSAC's here. So I saw them. Maybe they'll take a peek at that, and maybe it'll be in their clinic film this week coming up. But he's wrong.
North Marion with a timeout. And I think Coach Hayes agrees with you.
Oh, no. Listen, Coach Sampson would agree with me. He'd be ticked off right now if that was him. It's the wrong call. And here's the thing, man. They're humans as well. But, man, don't, let the kids handle the game. That's a bad call. It's a bad call. They're talking about it right now. Yeah, I can tell. They're talking about it. It's on the initial surge of the snap. Now, he can't take a snap, drop back, and then throw the ball down. He can't do that. But as you saw, he caught, as soon as it touched his hands, he threw it right back down. So he's wrong. It'd be nice if they correct it. And it should be 3rd and 3. But or actually, it should be 4th and 3 because they spiked it. But this guy's wrong.
So it'll be 4th and 14, loss of 10 on the penalty. They're still talking about it.
Well, they should. And you know what? I hope they get it right. He's calling over Coach Sampson, I'll bet you. Look at him. He's telling him. I'm telling you that it should be 4th and 3, ball in the whatever. You can tell Coach Sampson's not happy. They better fix this.
That's further conversation.
Yep.
That was a legal spike.
Yeah, you're right.
3rd down.
It was a legal spike, see?
Well, it should be 4th down.
It is 4th down. It should be 4th down, 4th and 3. Now, they need to get that right, too. I mean, you know what I mean?
It should. He spiked it on 3rd down.
Yeah, it should be 4th and 3.
Will not be charged with the 3rd and final timeout.
Oh, now that I've never heard of, Sean. I'll be honest with you on that.
Well, they called the time. Well, yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? Like, you call it a timeout. Like, typically you don't get that back, but hey, good for them. Now I don't like the spot. I think it's wrong, but hey, play on.
Ball's at the 31. It really should be 4th down. I'm confused at that.
I'm confused.
He spiked it on 3rd down.
Yeah.
All right, 3rd and 6. Ball back at the 31. Cole Morris will look to pass.
Run it, Cole.
Cole's going to throw it down the middle. It is caught.
What a catch.
Cyrus Collins comes up with it at the 6-yard line.
I guess 3rd and 6, 4th and 6, it don't matter. It's 1st down Huskies.
They're going to mark it at the 6. That's a gain of 25 to Collins.
All right, you got 16 seconds. You really got 3 plays, at least 2. But you can get 3 plays out of this if they're quick.
16 seconds on the clock, no timeouts.
And when I say 3 plays, they got to be sideline plays. You know what I mean? Everything's got to be.
It's got to be into the end zone.
Yeah, they got
at the 6-yard line. Yeah,
you can get something where we at the 6. You could get a quick out or a hitch or something and get out of bounds.
I think for the sake of controversy, though, it's a good thing North Marion picked it up on that play and didn't throw incomplete and get it on the next one.
Agree,
because that would have been a free
down.
Then
there's a heck of a problem.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what. I'm glad. Kudos for those guys. I give them a bunch of crap anyway. Kudos for everybody pulling in and saying, "Hey, you're wrong on this one."
Morris will be in an empty backfield. No timeouts for the Huskies. Trip wide receivers right, 2 wide receivers left for Cole Morris. Takes a snap. Looking to throw. Pressure comes over the middle. Incomplete. Looking for Poindexter. Wrap check on the defense.
Man, I'll tell you what. We had a pick route to the wide side of the field right there. And I think it was Carter Parson that I believe, I may be wrong, but I believe he had him on that pick route. The problem is it's a long throw.
It's a 2nd down and goal from the 6. 12 seconds to go.
You gotta have some type of mesh concept here where guys are going to get lost.
Play clock at 6. Poindexter in the backfield alongside Cole Morris. Play clock at 3. Snap. Looking to pass. Throws it over the middle. Caught. Touchdown.
There you go. Who was it?
That is Cyrus Collins.
Nope.
Ryder Bland got it. Sorry. Collins was celebrating in a way I thought it was him.
Well, you know what? He should. That's a great teammate right there for celebrating with his guys.
Touchdown comes with 6 seconds left before half.
That's good.
Kick from Will is up and good, and we are tied at 7.
Now, you got to get this one down. I don't care what you do, you got to get it down. Because I've been on the other side of this where you think everything's great, and the next thing you know, they bust one on a kick return, and I've seen this before.
So North Marion gets on the board there with a touchdown pass from Morris, and a pretty one at that.
It was a good read.
And good on the offensive line for giving him time.
It was.
And very impressed with Morris able to step up into the pocket there.
Yep.
I think with, quarterbacks at all levels, especially high school, you feel that pressure come from the outside, and sometimes you'll try and back up and go around it to the outside. He stepped up into the pocket, bought himself another extra second, and was able to get the pass in there.
He did. I got to coach quarterbacks one year. I think it was 2019. Gunnar Murphy was a senior. I got to coach quarterbacks. I had him, Brody Hall, and I can't remember who was behind them. But we did a drill that we had got from WVU, and it was a pressure simulated drill like that, working on coming up, when to go back, when to come up.
Williams is going to kick it. It's bounced. It's fumbled. Ball's on the ground.
That's all right. Get him down.
And Carter Parson. Oh, they're going to get a face mask on that. The official was right on it. Took 4 seconds off the clock. Boda lost it.
Yeah. Again, here's what. He grabbed him around the helmet and threw him. So it's pad level. You got to get your pad level right. You got to get low. You're too high. When you start throwing guys from the helmet and the shoulder.
So there'll be 1 snap barring a penalty for the Polar Bears. We'll see how they choose to get.
I'm going to tell you, they're going to take a shot.
I think so, too. The 15-yard help, and we'll get it out to the 36-yard line.
It was Cody Clevenger's junior year, I believe, before the half. So
1st and 10 from the 36. Smith has it. He's going to give it. That's Boda. And he's got a little bit of room. He's going to get the sideline. He's pushed out of bounds. And they'll mark it at the 48. So it's a gain of 16 for Boda.
I don't like this right here. This is the part I hate. Like, hold everybody back and let. There we go. Good job, Fairmont Senior. they're letting them get out of there first.
Coach talking about as the two teams run to the locker room. They were kind of meshing together at the same point, and then the Polar Bears are going to let the Huskies run in first. So, Coach, no video tonight. We gotta explain what's happening.
Yes, yeah. So here's the deal. We can't get access to Fairmont Senior's huddle cam, so we can only do audio tonight. So hopefully, I'm going to get a hold of Lincoln next week to see if we can have their URL for the huddle camera
and good enough internet. There's a lot of factors that go into
internet, but we got pretty decent internet.
Yeah, Fairmont Senior's been hospitable tonight.
Yeah.
So we appreciate that. We've had a good group of you joining us in here tonight. Our best YouTube numbers that we've had.
Yeah.
So we'll take a break for halftime. We'll leave it on to so you can hear the bands play, or the band. Looks like only Fairmont Senior here tonight. And then after the band is done, we'll kill the mics and be back with third quarter action after this.
And now, from the Rolling Green campus of Fairmont Senior High School, nestled in Fairmont's historic West End, under the direction of Mr. John Schneider, we are proud to introduce the heart and soul of Wood Park, the embodiment of Polar Bear Pride, the greatest band in the land, the award-winning Fairmont Senior High School Polar Bear Marching Band. Your drum major, Ali Reynolds. Band commander, Alex Carr. Assistant band commander, Eli Craig. Senior guard captain, Caitlin Efall. And senior drumline captain, Ashton May. In the 60s and 70s, the British invasion placed an indelible stamp on the face of American pop culture. The invading British groups created some of the most memorable tunes of that era. We'd like to invite you to sit back and relax as you are entertained with the clean opener, including Bohemian Rhapsody, We Will Rock You, and Another One Bites the Dust. She's Not There by the Zombies. Your Song by Elton John featuring Brandon Sharps, Connor Sullivan, and Eli Craig on trumpet. And closing with the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Band, take it away. the second quarter, Morgantown 21, Connellsville 14. The future, Fairmont Senior University 21, Woodland Park 13 at the half. First quarter, GW 14.
Back here at East West Stadium, where we have a 7-7 tie at halftime between the Polar Bears of Fairmont Senior and the Huskies of North Marion. Coach, good first half. You know, both teams kind of had their offensive issues starting, moving the ball. Polar Bears then began to move the ball, got the touchdown pass from Smith to Walker. Then as they were moving it on their next drive, Bland stepped in, got the INT, and he was able to capitalize with his second big play of the night on the 6-yard touchdown pass from Morris. So exciting first half. Huskies going to get the ball to begin the second half here.
It was an exciting first half. I think defensively, we just got to, continue to do what we do about making them drive the ball. Offensively, we just got to find a rhythm like we did. We got to pick up a couple first downs and kind of assert ourselves, and we got to win up front. Like, we've got to win the battle at the line of scrimmage, and right now it's just kind of been a push with both teams, really. I mean, it's been a push.
Offense for North Marion in the opening half, they ran 25 plays for 99 yards, 33 yards on 17 carries, while Morris is 5 of 8 passing for 60 yards. Poindexter 23 yards receiving, Collins 25, then 6 apiece from Parson and Bland. For the Polar Bears, they've run 31 plays for 193 yards. Smith is 7 of 13 with an interception, 91 yards and a touchdown, while the Polar Bears rushing 18 carries for 102 on the ground. And we are ready to go here to begin the third quarter. Here's the kickoff. It's going to take a bounce, and Poindexter is going to pick it up at the 16, and he's hit pretty quickly. He's going to get out across the 20, and that's where the Huskies will begin their first drive of the third quarter. Sean McNamara, Coach Steve Harbert here on the call on YouTube. Thank you for joining us in here tonight for our audio-only podcast. Huskies at Lincoln next week. And we will begin the second half here. Morrison at quarterback. It's going to have Johnson and Collins on the right side. Poindexter goes into the backfield. Bland to the left side wide, and Carter Parson in at his wingback position. 4-down lineman for the Polar Bears. 4-2-5 defensive alignment for them. 1st and 10 from the 21. Huskies moving left to right. Morris gives a signal, and he's going to give a handoff to Poindexter. Nothing doing. No gain.
I think they could get some boot action now. Pompili is really – he's coming hard. Anytime Cole turns his back to him on that inside zone, we can set up boot now.
2nd and 10 from the 21. Now it's going to be a toss-out, and forward momentum, not too much for the Huskies. That was Poindexter.
Yeah, he probably got about maybe 2, maybe.
Waiting on the spot. I think it might be closer to 4. 3 yards for Poindexter. 12 carries, 23 yards on the game. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 7. Now Poindexter will come off. Eggsel will come back in. Got to figure he's more of a blocking back.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. Old Blake Edgelbacker, he's going to pick up any kind of stunt. They're not bringing anybody.
They don't look like they're showing blitz. Polar Bears don't.
No.
So the Huskies now will get the play call from the sideline. Morris and the skills look over at the bench, get the play. Now Morris going to drop the pass. Pump fakes now. He's going to tuck and run. Cole Morris gets near the first down stick. I don't know if he got it, Coach. It's going to be close.
No, he didn't.
I wouldn't speak so fast on that.
I don't think he did. I think it's right around the 30-yard line is where they're going to mark us.
He needed to get to the 31. He is going to be about a half yard short.
Hey, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. They're probably going to do, yep. I'll just let you watch it.
Toby Michael's going to come into the game. Wouldn't be surprised if he goes in motion and there's a clap.
I wouldn't be surprised if he goes in motion, stops under center, and takes a sneak.
They ran that with Landon Stemple recently.
Watch this.
There's the clap, and there is the false start.
They never got to it.
Coach, you act like I ain't been watching this for a while. I knew what was coming.
But he didn't go in motion. I'm not going to give it away because you never know who's listening out there, but there's a play for this.
Well, they ran it with Stemple earlier in the year. He went in motion. He got under center, took the snap, ran forward.
He did. Now they're disguising it other ways, and I love how they're disguising this. So we won't get to see it, though.
Ball up to the 36 now. A little stoppage on the play. Not sure what's going on. Officials timeout.
For what?
I don't know.
Is it it may be a chain thing. They've taken one of the
Oh, yeah, you're right.
markers down. No, you can't. Buddy, the White Hats wanting to start this game, and you can't. There we go.
Chain malfunction.
Yeah. I'll tell you what it
Looks like they got it fixed now.
Yeah, it looked like it got wrapped. So obviously, instead of it being 10 yards, maybe you're at 9.5.
First and 10 will come from the 36-yard line. And here we go. 10:05 on a running clock. First and 10, North Marion. Snap and a give. Here's Brian Poindexter, and one of his better runs of the night. He's going to get up across the 40. He's going to pick up just about 5. Looks like they will give him 5.
That's a good run. That was a strong run. He's a small guy, but he worked this off season, so he really needs one more good off season to really develop that power in his legs a little bit. But it was a good, strong run.
2nd and 5 now. Michael in at quarterback. Morris on the sideline. Toby takes a snap. He's going to keep. Michael gets to the line. He breaks a tackle, spins out of another one, and Toby Michael's going to get a first down, I believe. That was a good, hard run by Toby.
It was. I really thought Toby was just going to get what he can get in that conglomeration of blob right there. But he spun out of it, and then next thing you know, he squirted out off tackle.
Yeah, he went up into the, what would that be? I would have called it the B,
A or B
the
gap.
B gap, and then got the contact, spun around, leading with his left shoulder, got around the outside.
Yeah. Yeah, he was going to that far side, A or B gap, whatever it was. And, yeah.
Second first down of the drive. Previous one coming via penalty. This one, the third rushing first down of the game. They'll be 1st and 10 from the 46. Snap, Michael.
Counter.
He's going to keep it. Toby's got some room. He's up the middle. He's at the 40. He's at the 35, down to the 31-yard line. Toby Michael with the biggest play of the day for the North Marion Huskies.
I said this earlier. Fairmont Senior, actually, both defenses have been pursuing hard. So boot, counter, something like that. It was well called, well designed.
25 yards on the run. Went from the 46 down to the 29, and the Polar Bears are going to take a timeout.
Now, here's my question. I wonder why. Are they trying to keep Boda in the game?
I believe that's what it is. Taryn Boda's helmet came off at the end of that play.
Yeah, I think that's what it was, too. I think Boda's helmet comes off. They call a timeout. They get to keep Boda in the game. I looked in pregame. Dinger wasn't dressed. 24, 20, what's his name? Loud, maybe. If I can find it. It's one of the anyway. I'm sorry. But anyway, they got one of their overhangs. I don't even know if it was 20. I got to remember.
20 is Braxton Painter, a sophomore.
32.
32 would be Jackson Lowther. I think that's
it.
Yeah, that's what you're talking about.
So they're missing him. They're missing Dinger. So you're missing some key components to your defense as well. So depth could be an issue.
1st and 10 from the 29. Now it'll be Morris back in the game at quarterback. He'll take the snap. He's going to give a handoff to Poindexter, who breaks off the initial contact, stays on his feet, and a good run for Poindexter.
Again, Brian, a very patient runner, got behind his line, kind of stayed in there. West defense lost him. Right now, if you're North Marion, man, West Fairmont's heads are down a little bit. This is where you really start to assert yourself.
So gain of 5 for Poindexter. He's got 33 yards on 14 carries. Now he'll be in the backfield with Morris. Wing back left, 20 wide receivers left. Oh, never mind. It's Egil in there. And Egil's going to get a first down. Blake Egil. And that'll move the chains.
A little thunder and lightning.
So he's going to pick up 6 on that carry down.
See, this is when offensive linemen love it. When they feel like, okay, we got an advantage, they're like, run the ball. And this is where play action could come into play at some point.
1st and 10 from the 19 now. Eggsel going to take another one. Stays on his feet. Eggsel 10, steps inside. He's into the end zone. Touchdown. 19 yards away. Eggsel. And the Huskies take the lead.
This is exactly it. Listen, it's a very simple game. Some teams try to make it too hard. Just run inside zone, inside zone, inside. It's not hard. You put it on those offensive linemen. Garrett Lanham's got to be happy right now.
Eggsel into the end zone. That is Blake's fourth touchdown of the year. That's a team high.
And typically when you get to a second level, and when I say second level, I'm even including those, your linebackers are obviously good tacklers typically. Your safeties, Fairmont Seniors had good safeties where they wanted to tackle. Last year, a little bit, like when they had Gavin Michael and that group, ours, man, those guys could really tackle. Corners typically don't like to tackle. They like to guard. And that's what happened there. I mean, Edgel got one-on-one with a corner and, he won.
Yeah, big run by Eggsel there. And another time on that drive, there was pressure initially, made the contact. I think all 19 were after contact there.
Yeah, they were. I mean, he got right in behind the offensive line. He kept his feet going. And, it's good to have another running back like him that's he spent a good bit of his offseason in the weight room, lifting with the team. And I believe he lifts with his dad too. And, he's really working on, just being stronger and it proved it right there. He did a good job.
Yeah, solid kid for sure. Blake Eggsel coming in at 5'9", 165. That doesn't seem right, according to the roster.
He's not 165. He's got to be bigger than 165.
So it'll be Williams on to kick off. He boots this one, and it's going to be fielded by Walker. Gets it cleanly at the 17. Now he's going to cut back across midfield, and he is going to be taken down right around the 40. Had two people out there blocking Cooper Williams. They think he's a threat.
He's a kicking threat, bud. I'll tell you what, it was Boda. Boda hit. He knocked one guy over. He kept going. He knocked another guy over. I mean, it feels like he's been playing here for a long time. I think he was a sophomore and was starting at overhang his sophomore year.
Good player for sure.
Yeah, he is.
1st and 10 from the 40. Polar Bears trail the Huskies 14-7. They're going right to left.
Now, this is where you can't let your eyes get too high. You got to play defense.
Two running backs in the backfield of Smith. Krapchek is going to take it, and he's got some room, and he's going to get positive yardage out right near the first down marker.
He picked up 9.
But not after a gain of 9. Second 1.
76 yards on 13 carries for Christian Krapchek. Ball up to the 49. It's going to be a handoff. This is Boda. He's got some room. He's into the secondary. Taron Boda might be gone. He's at the 35, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Taron Boda, 51 yards.
That's a problem. You got a Fairmont Senior player down.
Yes, can't see who it is.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It was a good run by Boda. Cut it all the way back across the grain and run. Is that Walker? Is that Jason Walker?
I can't tell with him laying on his back there. He's that Polar Bear player down just across midfield.
How they're treating it, it looks like, let's hope it's just a cramp. He's in definite pain, though. You can see. Is that I think that's Rudy. I think he rolled over and I saw number 6.
Okay. Keeping an eye on it.
Yeah.
It's like they're going to help him up now. Yeah, it is Carrillo.
Yeah. It's a cramp, I think.
Number 6, Ruth Carrillo. The Polar Bears shaking up. Being helped off to the sideline. Quick play, 60-yard drop to the Polar Bears. As Ben Smith.
Well, Sean, we had the whole first half, and I think we probably almost had as much offense in the second.
The Huskies just about.
Yes.
Huskies just about. The Polar Bears were moving it pretty well early on.
I'm just saying, excitement-wise,
Oh, yeah. Ben Smith's PAT is good. And we got a penalty on the play.
Really?
Yeah. Huskies might have got a little overzealous there.
Think they jumped? What do we got? I think whatever they're doing, they're taking it on the kickoff. So running into the kicker.
That'll be a 5-yard penalty.
It will be. I'll tell you what, in years past, Fairmont Senior would have taken the penalty there and went for 2. So this is my opinion. They respect the defense of North Marion apparently more, or they're a little worried about offense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like one or the other. It's like, hey, we're not clicking yet to do this. But in years past, I'm telling you, I've coached against them since 2011.
That would have been Dylan Hours on a direct snap right up
100%.
the middle. A few years prior to that would have been Jake Abbott taking it. They used to love to run a shovel pass with Connor Neal.
Gage Michael,
in that situation.
QB ice. Connor Neal would have RPO'd a slant, and you know, I mean, they've always went for 2 at some point, and they're not. I'm surprised.
Tied up at 14, 6:59 to play here in the third quarter. So after the penalty, the Polar Bears will kick off from the 45. And here's the kick. And that's offsides on the kicking team, so that'll back it up to the original line.
I said Gavin, Michael. I meant Gage. Gavin was his brother that played linebacker for him.
North Marion tie there.
There is. Coach Michael's grandkids. They live across from the school. I saw him in the weight room. We'd have our basketball team up there lifting weights, and then Gavin would come talk to my son, and he would lift in there. So,
yeah, I knew didn't know that. I knew they were Coach Michael's grandkids.
Yeah. Their dad's the principal at the Tech Center, wrestled at Ohio State.
Okay.
The U. So.
All right, so another kickoff here coming from the 40 after a 5-yard penalty on the Polar Bears. So this one will get booted down. It's going to be fielded there by Collins. He gets it at the 14. And Collins goes right into a hole. Good coverage by the Polar Bears. Kept in their lane. There was nowhere for Cyrus.
Did a really good job of squeezing that and not really giving any type of a crease for Cyrus.
So it'll be 30 and 10. This drive will start at the 32-yard line. And Morris and the offense for North Marion will come out. Poindexter in the backfield. 2 wide receivers to the right. Wing back left looks like Holden, and a single wide receiver to the left. Snap, it's a give. There's Poindexter. He breaks to the outside. Now he cuts it back, and the Polar Bears swarm. It looks like Brian had a little bit of a lane for a second, but it did not last, as pretty quickly there, Parker Bigelow came over and made the stop.
He did. It was good pursuit by Fairmont Senior's linebackers.
So no gain on the play. 2nd and 10 now. Clock at 6:25 and rolling. Pistol formation for Morris. Turns. He gives. That's Brian Poindexter, and he's taken down right away. Lost a couple on that. Nothing there.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage by number 15, King Abercrombie. Loss of 2. Going to make it 3rd and
Again,
12.
it just looks a little different. Like Fairmont Senior was challenged by somebody.
Yeah.
And they're amped up front right now.
So Morris will have 5 wide for this 3rd down and 11. Ball back at the 31. Takes a snap. Has some time. Lobs it. He's got a man. This is caught Carter Parson. He's all alone at the 45, 40, 30, 25, 20, 15, and he's brought down. No one anywhere near Carter Parson. A broken coverage. And it's a 1st down for the Huskies.
He's going to need a break. KP's going to need a break.
Parson scored a touchdown on this field a year ago against East Fairmont, and this time picks up a huge gain, as that is going to be 54 yards on the reception.
Well, he's cramping.
He earned it.
He did. I am going to get on him a little bit. I think he had a 20-yard head start on Boda. So I'm going to let him know.
Gets it down to the 15. And yeah, just nobody around him. And obvious busted coverage, and good for Morris putting it right on him. Still hit him in stride.
Well, here's what they do. They'll run some type of post wheel or slant wheel concept. And when you do that, you're trying to get the eyes of the safety to come on that post, right? So Fairmont Senior has been notorious for playing a 2-high structure, but really playing man-to-man out of that 2-high structure. So when you bring that receiver across the safety's face, it's really going to try to take his eyes off of that wheel route, and that's what happened. Boda went with the post. The corner went with the post. They didn't switch it or banjo that thing, and that left the wheel route wide open.
So Parson cramping. He's going to walk off.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, he will get a text message from me.
Got to hydrate.
Yeah. Well, listen, I told our basketball kids in the weight room the other night, talking to them about hydration. It's not about what you do the day of the contest. Like, it's about what you do days prior to the contest. And, these kids, they need to be hydrating every day of the week.
1st and 10 from the 15 now after the big play for North Marion. Toby Michael in at quarterback now. Two men in motion. That's Holden and Collins in at the wing positions. Toby keeps. Runs it up the middle. Drops a shoulder. He stayed up.
Oh, yeah.
And he's down near the 1st down. Toby's going to get about 9. What a hard run from Toby Michael.
It was a good hard run. Plus, it was they work a drill sometimes in practice for when you stumble and you kind of put your hand down. Toby did that. I mean, put his hand down, stayed up, and just kept going.
That's why you drill these things.
Honestly, it's those little things that you watch in games, and it's like, it's carrying over.
2nd and 1 from the 6. Michael keeps. He's up the middle. He's inside the 5. That'll move the chains.
Guess what? I think we'll probably do it again.
Yeah. So it's a gain of 3 for Michael.
The only difference is maybe we'll trade him the other side or something, but this is going to be a power game now.
1st and with Toby Michael. Cyrus Collins in there as well. Josh Holden in at the other wing back. Snap. Give. Edgel.
Touchdown. Oh.
Waiting for the official signal. They're going to mark him down at the 1. At the 1-inch line.
What do we got?
Defensive player injury.
50-something.
Yeah, injury on the defensive line for Fairmont Senior. He's getting up. Looks like it was just a quick cramp. Couldn't quite see who it was. He's staying down. I thought he was about to stand back up.
Yeah, he's cramped up. I even talked to Coach Hayes about this before the game. I stopped to the office and I was like, there's going to be a lot of cramps tonight, Coach. That's Pompili.
Javelin Papali.
Papali, sorry.
That's all. You've seen the Invincible movie with Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah.
Good movie.
Yeah, it is.
So it'll be second and goal from inside the 1. 4:13 on the clock. Game tied at 14 in the third quarter.
Sean, I don't know if you could put a driver's license between the ball and the.
Well, didn't Gene Steratore try that years ago with the index card?
I mean, seriously, I honestly think that we're that close.
So Toby Michael wind up in shotgun for right now. Now he's going to run up. Toby goes under center, takes a snap.
Too high.
Goes forward. I don't know if he got it, Coach. Cyrus Collins has his hands in the air. All the Huskies do.
I don't know that he got in. I think he's short. Listen, he was too high. And Fairmont Senior just got the push.
No official. Yep. All right, so they'll bring up third down. But you're exactly right. Toby had his chest up against the center. He stood straight up.
He was too high.
Hey, you try to run the exact same thing.
Honestly,
third and goal from inside the 1. Michael goes up under center, takes a snap, and
offsides.
they're going to get an offsides on Fairmont Senior. And you know what? Why not? If you're the Polar Bears, what's the penalty?
Yeah, what are you gonna move it a quarter of an inch?
Right.
Oh,
they get a false start on North Marion. You're going to get Friels on it. I thought it was on Fairmont Senior too.
I hate to say this, but Friels is a tackler. This play is not like you're out of the play. This thing is going A gap either side. I'm going back with Cole Morris at Q now.
So Cole Morris back in quarterback. Third and a goal from the 5. Morris has the snap. He's going to keep. He gets inside. He's going toward the end zone. I think
touchdown.
He's in. Waiting for the signal. They're going to say he was down at the 1-2.
I'll tell you what. I hate to say it, but I think it was his left arm, his elbow came down first as he brought his other arm around.
Okay.
Listen, here's what I do right here. Just line Toby up in the shotgun and just run Q ice.
So fourth and goal from inside the 1.
Oh, here we go.
Morris is in the shotgun. Polar Bears jump. There's a flag. Again,
Here's what was coming.
Okay.
Here
Is
it comes.
Toby going to come in motion, get under center?
Well, kind of. You'll see.
Okay.
I think. Let me see. I don't know the signal on this, but I'm just saying, like, all the stars are aligning for a little check me, Toby Michael.
Inside the 1 yard line. Shotgun.
Yep, here it is. There
Toby
it is.
Michael's got it. He's in.
Told you.
He runs forward. He's into the end zone. That's a touchdown. So, Coach, so what happened there? Cole Morris in the shotgun. He turns and looks at the coaching staff for the play. As he's getting the play from the sideline, Toby Michael sneaks in, takes a snap, goes in.
Correct.
I see why you wouldn't tell me what was going on.
Yeah, I just wanted it to, kind of build up a little bit. But see, what happened is Fairmont Senior does check me. There's a lot of teams that are spread. They do check me. So Cole clapped a couple times, then kind of turned around and stood still. You have to remain still. So he turned around, looked still, and Toby snuck underneath. Fairmont Senior's defense was relaxed, and we got the push and got in for a touchdown. So, I liked it. I told Coach Taylor, I said, man, I was watching practice film and I'm like, man, I like that play in critical situations. And he goes, I wondered if you'd like that or not.
And well, I think you're exactly right that the big thing with that is that Cole has to be still.
He has to be.
He has to be.
That's why, if you notice, he kept his feet still and he turned his body and looked. And the coaching staff on North Marion sideline was kind of going crazy, like, hey, Cole, they're screaming. and they look, the running back looks, the receivers look, and Toby Michael does not look. He sneaks it. So well executed. I loved it. And again, it's a critical time. You're up 7 now. So now the pressure's on the defense, and that's what I love. I love when the pressure's on the D.
Indiana 73. Indiana State 0.
The other thing is, look at the amount of time that was taken off. It felt like for the amount of space that we went. I mean, it took a lot of time off clock.
Yeah, it's about a 5-minute drive, I believe, something in that range.
Yeah.
We got 2:20 to play here in the third quarter, 21-14. North Marion back out in front. Little pooch kick here. Or not quite a pooch, pretty good one. It's going to be taken by, that is Boda. He goes around the right side. He's got some room. Toby Michael turns him back in, and then Toby makes the tackle. Flag on the play. I think we're going to come back 10.
I'm not sure what it is. I never saw it. I'm kind of watching Boda because he's got that big playability.
Maybe I'm making the assumption the hold just based on when and where the flag came in.
I would assume there's a couple things. It's either a hold or a blindside block or something like that. I mean, but usually on a blindside block, you're going to see somebody laying on the ground and a coach going nuts. So. I see Rudy's back in the game, so
good.
I'm sure Fairmont Senior, that's good for them. That's their screen game, and again, another big play guy.
Officials still talking. I'm curious what it's about. A standard holding call or something like that wouldn't take this long.
No, not typically.
So we're going to get dual personal fouls. They're going to offset.
Going to re-kick.
Interesting re-kicking on that. So obviously the penalty's taking place during the play.
Yeah. I mean, really, you got a two-headed monster back there. Like who you want to kick it to, and really 4. So you got Jaywalk and Boda deep. You have Rapcheck and Rudy at that next line. You almost rather sky kick this thing up to this linebacker right here, 33. Now he's got an opportunity. Those guys are up, around the 22, 23 yard line. Cooper can get it back there.
So first line for Fairmont Senior at the 50, second at the 45. Then they got one player there at the 35. So really, there's a little bit of dead zone in the middle. Right at the 20, if Cooper can get a one. And he does just that. And he's going to kick it. Nice catch there by Walker. He gets it at the 18. And now he's going to head up the middle before he's met by the Huskies. Good coverage by North Marion. And it'll be out 15 yards short of where the last one was.
Yeah, honestly, it was a good catch by Walker. If he doesn't jump and catch that thing's scooting back to probably around inside the 5.
Yeah.
And now you're really scrambling if you're Fairmont Senior to pick it up and find space. You can't block for that long in a kick return.
University up 9 over Wheeling Park right now. That really is the only interesting game in 3 and 4A. And here in Fairmont, Bridgeport blowing out Philip Barber down the road as well. First and 10 at the 34 for Fairmont Senior. Smith is going to jump up to take the snap, give to Rapcheck, and he takes a decent little run, about 5 yards. He's up to 81 yards on 14 carries tonight.
Yeah, I think if you're Toby, he's getting kicked by Bodo on that. You got to really squeeze that in a little tighter, not allowing him to have that gap.
Toby being the defensive end on the right side, overhang, as you all would say. Here's a snap to Smith.
There you go.
He's going to give it, and that's Boda, and a nice tackle. As combining on that one were Luke Walker and Josh Holden, who came to clean it up.
Josh did a really good job, and so did Luke Walker.
So ball up to the 41, 3rd and 3.
I'm excited for Luke Walker, man. I mean, kid's been hurt for 2 years and hasn't really got an opportunity, so I love seeing a kid get an opportunity.
Hunter Rogers into the game now for this 3rd and 3. Pistol formation for Smith. He's got a wing back to the right, single back behind him is Boda. One wide receiver either side. Snap to Smith. It's going to be a give. Boda around the right side. He's got speed. He'll get the first down. He's got more. Boda's into the open field and nearly broke it away before he's tripped up by Collins, but that'll be a first down.
Yeah. What happens is when you're running, we're giving that 52 look right now, and now the pressure's on the safeties to make these tackles.
Boda up to 95 yards on 5 carries. He's got a touchdown as well. That being the 7th rushing first down, 13th first down overall for Fairmont Senior. And with 41 seconds left in the 3rd, they've got a 1st and 10 up at the 38. And this is going to be Hrapchek right up the middle, down at the line.
You know what? This may have been the only run Hrapchek's had where he's had contact and didn't go anywhere. Seriously.
Yeah, he picks up 1 yard there, and looking at his rushing for tonight, the first play of the game, -3. Other than that, he's only had a few plays under 5 yards, a 1, a 3, and a 2. 9. Smith looking to pass. Pressure comes. He uncorks it. High. This one is caught. Great catch. That was good coverage by Johnson, but Carrillo just right inside him, and that'll be a first down. He picks up 13.
That was really good coverage by Blake. He punched through the ball, but Walker just did a really good job of being strong.
Was that Walker or Carrillo?
Oh, was it Carrillo? Sorry.
He's down injured right now, or cramping, however you want to phrase that.
Well, who's at the far side? Yep, it is. It's Rudy. Sorry.
So Carrillo, his second catch, he's got 26 yards receiving on the game. And we have 7.5 seconds left here in what's been a great 3rd quarter. Good football game so far, Coach.
It is. It is. I want to say, I don't know, probably 2022. I think when we had the phantom personal foul, when Bjorndal called the personal, or not personal foul, but
pass interference.
Pass interference. I think this game reminds me a lot of that game. Like, it's going to come down to the wire type deal.
So Carrillo going to run off. Lewis County 13, East Fairmont 7 in the last score there that I see. Frankfort 35-0 over Tucker County. That one's interesting. Beckley tied up at 21 with Bluefield at halftime.
We scrimmage Frankfort in basketball every year, and I asked their coach, when do you want to scrimmage? He goes, let's make it in December again, because we're probably gonna make it to the semifinal, finals, that type of deal.
So that'll do it for the 3rd quarter as the teams head to the other side of the field, and the Huskies do so with a 7-point lead, 21-14.
Been a good game, Sean.
Been a very good game.
Been a good physical game. Both teams have been pretty physical. It's been a run-heavy game, which I honestly didn't think that's how it was going to be. From
not from the Polar Bear side.
Senior,
yep.
Right. Oh, I try to establish a run game, but from Fairmont Senior, I really thought that this kid coming in was somebody that, like Coach Sampson, like, this is perfect for him. Like, he loves to throw the ball. This kid was a nice quarterback. Again, multiple Division I offers, as you said earlier, but he hasn't really thrown the ball as much as I thought he would. I thought they would treat this more like Connor Neal.
Only attempted 1 pass in the 3rd quarter. Now, granted, when Boda's running the way he has, I get that.
Yep.
But right now, Smith is 8 of 14 passing with 1 interception, and he's got 104 yards passing. He's averaging in 2 games 20 per game.
Right.
So he is a little bit probably behind that pace right now.
Yeah.
And now he's got a 1st and 10 at the 24, first play of the 4th. He turns, he gives. And that's a nice run of about 5. by Taryn Boda. So that puts Boda right at 100 yards on the game. Carries.
It's pretty good.
Boda's a good player.
Oh, he is a good player.
Leads him in rushing. Came in. He had 264 yards in 2 games, so averaging about 132. Now he'll take this handoff. He's met right at the line. Good play by Hunter Rogers.
Who was that? Hunter and Cole? Yep, Hunter Rogers and Cole Morris.
And that'll be a loss of 2. So that'll put Boda under 100 yards at 98.
Now this, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 6. This is a tunnel screen type down, some type of quick outer hitch.
As a DC, what do you call against that?
Oh, I'm manning this up. But now they're in a flex formation, so it's really going to change.
Here's a pass. Smith lobs it to the sideline. This one's up, knocked away. Ryder Bland with outstanding defense. That'll bring up 4th down. What a play by Bland. As he had Walker open there, or not, he didn't have him open, but
he did.
Bland just jumps up and knocks it away. What a game Riders had tonight.
He did. And listen, he does this every game, man. He just finds a way at the end of the play to get his hand on the ball. Walker was open. I mean, he threw a good ball. Ryder just made a great play.
But after matching up with Poling last week and then, getting switched off after halftime.
Right.
Big play there. Now it's 4th down. 4th and 7, ball to 21. Polar Bears try hard count. Huskies don't jump. Now a check with me as Smith will get the call from the sidelines. And the Polar Bears are going to take their 2nd time out.
Yeah, they got to. I mean, they have to because, I hate to say it, a couple things. Number one, North Marion has established their run game, right? I'm not saying that it's, that something can't happen, but they established a run game. So this is a critical down. Number 2, if North Marion gets the ball here and they stall out, they have punted the ball extremely well. So they've been able to flip the field. So again, now you're having to drive 80 plus yards. I mean, it's a lot of stress on an offense.
Yeah, big play here. 4th and 7 from the 21.
The key right now is you're up. You got to keep North Marion's guys calm, and you just got to make the next play. Colby needs to get inside leverage on this kid.
All right, here we go. 4th and 7 from the 21. Shotgun for Smith. Sidecar to the right. He takes a snap. He's going to roll out to pass. Has time. Now he's going to take it up the middle. He's got space. He's got the 1st down. Steps inside a tackle. He's inside the 5. And just good awareness. I think the Huskies had pretty good coverage on the backside, but Smith took it himself and picks up 18.
Yeah, we did a good job on the coverage-wise. You just got to know that this kid can run. He's just not his first option.
1st and goal from the 3. It is his first option here, and he's into the – I think he got in. Nope, they're going to mark him down at the 1.
Wow. I like it. I like to see this out of this kid. Hey.
So they're going to put Evan Miller back into the game.
I'm here in Fairmont and put it on my shoulders.
Another cramp by Fairmont Senior, it looks like. We've seen a couple games like this year, Coach. We saw it somewhat against Preston and then a little bit against Philip Barber where both teams would have their big plays. Preston especially, we had a lot of back and forth, a lot of offense. One team scored, other answered, a lot of that. Yeah. Haven't seen one like this where each team is just getting methodical drives, putting together long drives to do it. So this has been a unique game. Reminds a little bit of the state title game years ago where it was just each team playing their best football and just making plays, putting drives together.
We were talking about this. It was 35-35 with like 5 minutes to go or something like that. The state championship game score ended up being, 49-48 or whatever. I mean, a lot of scoring done in that last 5 minutes. Trust me, it's haunted me for 2 years, year and a half.
2nd and goal from inside the 1.
It's probably why I'm doing this now. And not.
Clock winds. We're at 10:19 and rolling. So presumably a sub on the offensive line for Fairmont Senior. Smith in the shotgun. He's going to take a snap. He gets hit behind the line, and he's going to be taken down. He didn't get there. Josh Holden read it perfectly, shot the gap, and made the tackle, and that's a loss.
Well, yeah, at this point, when you're running ISO, it changes your blocking schemes. It's no longer like a gap or a zone block, like you're man blocking, the old school, like down, kick out type deal. So they looked like they were still trying to zone block that, and they didn't account for that linebacker.
All right, 3rd and goal from the 2 now. Smith stays in the shotgun. He's got Krapchek back there. Snap to Smith. He's going to keep again. This time he is in.
Yeah, he got it in that
touchdown.
Time. You know what, though? That's fine. You made him earn it.
Touchdown comes at 9:28 in the 4th quarter. Makes it a 1-point game, PAT pending. And that'll bring on Ben Smith for the PAT.
The lucky lefty. Seriously, I've been coaching a long time. I don't think I've seen left-footed.
Kick is up.
Good.
And he made it. We're tied at 21.
Well, another thing, King Abercrombie, I think is his name. He was the one that went down.
Okay.
And he's been a key to their defensive line.
Yes, he has.
So I'm interested to see. He didn't come back in, I don't think, to finish that drive. So I'm interested to see if he's going to be able to play that defensive end spot on defense. Well, here we go. It's good to see the Sergeant Hawkins, I believe is who that is, from the Sheriff's Department down there doing push-ups with the Fairmont Senior cheerleader.
I do like that. I agree.
Yeah, I think he's the SRO. I'm gonna have to talk to Chief Deputy Joe Carpenter and tell him that he struggled to get 21. So
here's a kickoff, and it's a pretty good one. This one's going to be fielded inside the 5. And getting out to the 20, fortunately, that was a tough return there by Colton Campbell.
That was.
Almost disaster. It might have rolled out of bounds, but I think Campbell touched it before it had the chance, so he had to get on it.
You know, he just came out for football this year, and he's such a gifted athlete. It's good to see, him keep his composure in that situation. Kind of bobbled it. The ball gets past you. Now you got your composure and took off with it and got it back to the 20 or close to the 20.
1st and 10 from the 19. Every possession in the second half has ended with a touchdown.
Yeah, well, this is a critical one.
Toby Michael going to be in at quarterback. Brian Poindexter behind pistol formation. Shotgun snap, Michael. He's going to fake a handoff. Now Toby's going to keep. He's around the side. He gets to the 30. He's dragged down by a horse collar, and they will get the flag.
There we go.
Coach, you've been talking about that opportunity to do the boot all night, and Toby ran it very well. Put it on his hip there, rolled out. Very nice play. Looking like Justin Fields in week 1.
I'll tell you what, he needs out. That's the only thing about that horse collar. It's a dangerous play for.
Most definitely is.
That's why they've kind of outlawed that in the NFL and college. But yeah, he does a good job of play action. Toby does. He's cramping. He's okay. He's tough, man. He's a player.
So that moves it up to the 41. So 7 yards on the run for Michael. Coach said that Cole Morris is a quarterback who plays the position better. He sees the field well. Toby's the toughest guy on the field.
I'd agree with that.
Run by Poindexter, nothing there. Says that's kind of how he's treating the dynamic and his message to the kids.
Yeah. I mean, let's face it. The kid's second play last week had to have above his eye glued, and then looked like he had just fought in Vietnam. He had tape all around his head. I mean, he looked like he'd been beat to death after the game. I talked to him after the game.
Luke Walker injured. He's getting the help off by, it's like Cyrus Collins helping him out. So he'll come off.
I had a nagging knee injury that.
It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 41 while Walker gets checked out on the sideline. Collins and Campbell helping him out. Cole Morris at quarterback now. 8:43 on the fourth quarter clock. Game tied at 21. Morris takes a snap. It's going to be a give to Poindexter, and there's just nothing there. He's going to lose to maybe one.
I
think that was a Panowitz.
When I was growing up, there was a linebacker that played at Fairmont Senior, Greg O'Panowitz. Loved how he played back then. Used to come watch him play a little bit.
3rd and 11 at the 40. And Morris is going to go empty as we approach 8:10 to play in the fourth. For this 3rd and 11. Huskies have converted a few of these today. Snap Morris. Straight drop. Has some time. Now the time breaks down. Cole's going to shovel it. He's going to get it to Poindexter for positive yardage. That was a dangerous play.
Man. I know. I'm sorry. I gasped on the air. I didn't like it.
Yeah, I mean, he saw Josh Allen throw a touchdown pass on that last night. And he tried it. He threw it right between two polar bears. That one goes 1 foot either direction. It's 6 the other way.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because he was surrounded.
So North Marion on the punt with Parson.
I've seen Coach. No, he's kicking it.
Gets another great punt.
Man,
this one's going to hang in the air. Yep, blocking the back. And they did throw it. So Carrillo was able to take it up to the 45, but that penalty is going to back him up.
Get away, Josh. Josh was over there just kind of taking up for Ryder with jaywalk, but at this point in the game, it's not worth it.
Yep.
They've already got 15, so
the ball laying at the flag laying at the 25, 10-yard penalty should bring 15, I believe. Polar Bears with 50 yards and penalties prior to this.
Yep, back to the 15. Yep. Okay. This is where you got a nut up here.
So 1st and 10 now. 7:09 on the clock. And the ball back to the 15. Polar Bears have scored on both their possessions here. They had 2 possessions in the 3rd quarter. The second one ending in the 4th, where they got across the end zone on the Anthony Smith touchdown run. And with the game tied at 21, here they go.
Jaywalks, he tapping the top of his head. Typically, that was for some type of go route.
It's going to be a handoff, wrap check, and he's hit and dropped right at the line. Maybe a loss. Good job by the Huskies to rally and make that stop. So no gain for wrap check. $31 rushing attempts tonight for Fairmont Senior compared to 14 passes. Not the breakdown I expected.
Nor did I.
So 2nd and 10 upcoming now. Play clock at 15 and rolling. Polar Bears just kind of muddling around the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Here's Smith with a snap. High snap. He's going to give a handoff to Rapchek, and he's going to get hit and taken down. Going to pick up just about 4 before he's brought down. Nice tackle there, I believe. Gavin Floyd in on the play. And now every football fan's favorite phrase, Coach. Big 3rd down here.
It is. All right, so this is – they love to do this little screen to Boda here.
3rd and 6. They try a hard count. No jump. They're back to that unbalanced line. Smith has it.
Yep, there
He's
it
looking
is.
to pass.
There it is.
Throws it out. It's caught, and Van Gilder hit him, but he's able to get away, and that's going to be a first down. Van Gilder had him behind the stick, and Boda's just able to get enough and make the play.
He did. I knew it. I once they got in that trips formation, I knew exactly. It's right in that mid range, and I just felt it.
So 1st and 10 from the 30 after the 11-yard gain from Boda. That was his 4th catch of the game. 5:30 on the clock. Game tied at 21.
Oh,
they had an illegal formation. They got out of it. Now it's going to be a turn and a give to Rapchak. He's going to get around the left side, get near the stick, and pick up about 7. So they were, for the folks at home who can't see, they had that extra tackle on the right side of the line, and then a wide receiver over there as well who lined up on the line. Therefore, that's an illegal formation. The official told him, and he backed up, which is common. That's not uncommon for the official to say that. So ball at the 36. Wing back right, single back. Smith is going to turn. He gives. That's Boda. He's got room around the left side. He's got the first down and more. Cuts it back, and he gets tackled from behind. 18 for Boda.
I think we're going to get a heavy dose of 3 and 5 on this drive.
First and 10, Fairmont Senior at their 48.
Ball's up to the 48 now.
Yep. Boda
in the backfield. Here's a snap, high snap, Smith. He's going to roll out. Toby Michaels got him. And that looked like a miscommunication. I don't know if we can call that a sack, but
I honestly, everybody was blocking.
We'll give Toby a sack.
Boda looked like he was supposed to get the ball, but Smith pulled it from him, and it was a busted play.
Loss of 10.
Trips. Get over there, Cyrus. Get over there, Cyrus. Nobody's there.
Here's a snap. Smith looking to pass. Has time. Throws it up. Incomplete. Van Gilder on the coverage. That one intended for Boda. The home crowd wanted a push in the back, but not much there.
No, there wasn't. I mean, nothing's holding us over here on this side.
30 and 20 now. 4:09 fourth quarter.
There's nobody eligible. Here we go.
So now it looks like they'll run this, not the same formation. That extra tackle is going to line up at like a wing position. Yeah. All right, 3rd and 20, ball at the 38. Here's a snap to Smith. He's going to give it Rapchak. He goes around the left side, has some room, and he's going to get taken down after a gain of about 7.
It was a good tackle by Colby.
Gain of 8 for. So gain of 7.
Yeah. Good open field tackle by Colby Van Gilder. Okay, now let's see if
we had Walker back. Walker's going in at the up back position.
Now they've changed their formation. Okay, hold on. They've still changed their formation.
It's 4th and 13. The ball's at the 45.
He's looking at Sampson.
Nope. Snap. And they will punt it. It's a high, short punt. It's going to take a Husky bounce and go out about the 30.
Okay. 3:18.
So after both teams scored on their first 2 possessions of the quarter, now each has traded a punt, and it'll be North Marion ball with 3:18, 3 timeouts, and a great position to be in if you're a Husky.
It is, and, this is the thing, like, we need, again, if I'm Coach Lanham, I'm really jumping their rear end right now about up front. You've got to assert yourself. Like, this is why we condition. This is why we work in a weight room. You've got to assert yourself right now. We've got to be able to run the ball.
Ball on the 29. First and 10, 3:19. Game tied at 21 here at East West Stadium. Fourth quarter. Shotgun. And it's going to be a keep. Toby Michael around the right side. Toby's got room. He's at the 40. Toby breaks through a tackle. He's at the 50. Steps inside another one. He's at the 40. 35, 30, 25, 20, 50. And Toby goes out of bounds. I don't know if he got a cramp, Coach. I don't know what happened.
Listen, he's out of gas.
He is. He broke about 5 tackles on that. What a Michael.
Sean, I'm telling you, when I saw him after last game, and I tell you, he looked like he'd just been through the Vietnam War. I'm not exaggerating. This kid was beat up. I mean, he is just a football player.
53 yards on the run, puts him over 100 on the game. He's got a 113. And it'll be first and 10, North Marion, 3:05. And they got the ball on the Fairmont Senior 18. Now it's going to be another run by Toby.
Yeah, I'm not, listen, I'm not being mean, but like Poindexter's, he's in there right now, but this isn't his jam right now. You know what I mean? Like, there we go.
So it's a 2-yard gain for Michael.
He can do it. I'm not saying he can't do it. It's just not what he's great at. You know what I mean? So don't put him in a position to not be great.
Blake Egel into the game now.
There we go. Now you got some meat back here.
Ball's at the 16. As the game clock at 2:30 and rolling. Here's a snap. It's going to be a give. Egel. He's right up the middle. Forward momentum, but it's shut down pretty quickly. They're going to give him 2.
So what is it? 3rd and 5 maybe, Sean? What do we got?
So it should be 3rd and, yeah, right about that. 3rd and 6.
Well, if I'm Fairmont Senior's defense, Toby's still in the game. He's only attempted 1 pass on the season. So you're loading the box and, you're not worried about a pass at this point. On the flip side, you could use that as an advantage for North Marion. He hasn't thrown a pass. He can.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 6 from the 14. Hard count, no jump. And it'll be a timeout, Coach Hayes. They didn't get the jump they wanted.
No, I like it.
Yeah, North Marion had all 3 timeouts. We got 1:36 to play here. Fairmont Senior with just 1 timeout. And I do think there's an opportunity. Toby's a capable passer.
Oh, no, he is. I'm saying, analytics says.
Right, and so I'm thinking maybe Coach Taylor dips into the bag a little bit. And
not on this down.
Okay.
I could see if it was inside of 4 yards.
Okay.
But with 6, I'm not saying 4 is a give me, but it's easier than 6. So typically we're looking, Coach Hayes would be on there saying, okay, I need 2 of your best plays. All right. Now here's 1. You better be thinking of something where you gain, 3-4 yards, and be thinking of something where you didn't gain anything. And if we need a personnel change at that point. So there's a lot going through an offensive coordinator's mind right now.
Toby Michael in the game at quarterback. Got Johnson in at wide receiver with Bland and Collins. Blake Egel is the running back. I believe that's Josh Holden in there on the right side of the wing.
Oh,
yes, it is.
It is.
Here we go. 3rd and 6, ball at the 14. Michael gets a signal. Snap to give. Egel. He's going to get near the first down.
Okay.
Not quite. He's going to be a little bit short, but it was a good gain. Egel got 4.
2 yards, right? So just like we talked about. Here we go. Who's called a timeout? We did?
Fairmont Senior takes their final timeout.
I was going to say.
That's a gain of 4 by Egel.
Okay.
Big play here.
I'm not saying this is for the game, but it essentially this is the.
So does the field goal attempt missed by Williams earlier?
Oh, you ain't kicking. Listen, it's nothing against Cooper, nothing at all. Okay, but we've talked about this. It's in football, you're going to go with the guys that these guys are in the trenches every day and they're just battling, right? So that's what you're going to go with. It'd be like me in basketball. In basketball, last 20 seconds, I'm going with the dogs that have been there and Cooper does a great job. There's nothing against him, but you don't want to put the pressure on the kid.
Yeah.
You want to put the pressure on the people that have kind of been in the trenches together the whole time. So, you don't want that kid feeling like he let something down and this, that, and the other.
Toby Michael at quarterback. Poindexter behind him. Parson into the wing. 4th down and 2. Ball's right at the 10-yard line. Minute 25 left. The game is tied at 21. Pistol formation for Toby Michael. See if he goes hard count here. He won't. Toby's going to roll out. They did attempt a rollout pass with Toby Michael, and he gets sacked.
That's okay. Honestly, I like the call. I really did.
Tried that bootleg, and maybe he didn't fool the Polar Bears. Maybe took just a second longer to develop.
Yeah. All right, now what you can't do is be down. Minute 21, you got to, are we missing somebody?
So Fairmont Senior takes over. 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line.
All right. Now this is a time where Samson, it's a quick transition. He likes to throw the ball deep. Nope.
Smith will turn and give. This is Boda. And Boda's going to get a good run. He stays on his feet. Huskies couldn't bring him down, and a saving tackle by Johnson.
Well, it was too much trying to take the big hit.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They see.
Boda picks up 20.
He's fine.
So now a sub here. As Boda lost a shoe, so he'll come out. Hrapchek in. Pistol formation, 1:08 to play. 1st and 10 from the 38. It's going to be a give. Hrapchek goes around the side, and he'll go out of bounds after a gain of about 6. He gets up to the 44.
You got to tighten it up right now. This is a pass down for them.
2nd down and 4, 1:01 to play. Polar Bears have no timeouts. They've got it on their own 44-yard line. Pistol formation for Anthony Smith. He takes it. He's going to give Hrapchek, and he's hit right away. Huskies with good pursuit there. And Hrapchek is going to get maybe no yards, maybe 1.
Hunter Rogers.
1 yard for Hrapchek on that run. Now we got 45 to play. Ball at the 45. 3rd down and 3.
Here's that lineup.
Snap. Smith looking to pass. He's got all day. Now he lobs it over the middle. Incomplete. He hit it down on the left side of the hash. His nearest receiver is about 10 yards away from the ball. And that'll bring up 4th down and 3. Interesting decision here for the Polar Bears.
I'm honestly.
Smith goes to the sideline.
Yeah. They're going to take a time.
So we have 20 seconds on the play clock, and the whole Polar Bear team is slowly walking off the field. Looks like they're going to just happily take a delay of game. I mean, they're running the punt team on now. Well, and North Marion's going to max. We got 5 seconds on the play clock.
I knew they were going to punt because Smith went all the way over away from his whole team. Like, he just walked away from everybody.
There's the snap. A lot of confusion. Everyone thought the play was dead. It's not. He gets off a great punt.
Get it, Brian.
And Brian Poindexter just going to let it die inside the 10. What a weird moment.
Well, it was.
I think the Huskies thought there was a delay of game, or at least some movement. I don't know how the Polar Bears were set on that snap.
No, that's what I was going to say. There was definite movement. People were moving around. They snapped the ball like it wasn't legal all the way around. But I'm just appalled by the whole team goes over together, and that's how I knew they were punting. 13 went all the way to the other end.
Yeah,
and it almost went like where it looks like they have like benches over there or something. But
so the Huskies will have it 1st and 10 from the 10-yard line, 19 seconds to play, 2 timeouts. I don't know how risky you get here.
You don't. you take this thing to overtime and try to win it WVU Pitt style.
It's been a great game tonight, Coach.
That's what they're doing.
Line up in knee, and that'll take us to overtime.
It has been a great game. I mean, this is interesting.
Overtime football at East West Stadium.
Sean, that's gonna put a little crunch on you and your getting your
yeah. I got an 11 o'clock. I've got an 11 o'clock deadline. We'll be all right. Coach is watching me write the story as the game progresses. So
yeah, it's unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it. Like, we're sitting here at halftime and you get half your story done in 15 minutes. Like, it's unbelievable.
You can check that out in tomorrow's Exponent Telegram and WVNews.com.
I would have had to use AI.
As a writer for my profession, AI scares me. That's going to make me obsolete one day.
No, you're right. Well, listen, not just you, not to get off on it, but even in my world, so I'm in automation and controls, and people that do programming and things like that, we can literally put in AI, hey, do this, and it'll write the program for you. So, I mean, it's unbelievable, but yeah. Well, this is going to be fun.
Yeah, the last North Marion win against Fairmont Senior 22 years ago also came in overtime. In fact, North Marion's last 2 wins over the Polar Bears, both overtime games in 2003 and 2002. Sometimes they write themselves, Coach.
Pretty sure that Coach Hayes was on that team. I'm pretty sure. He would have been around that age. I know his wife's out there listening. She could probably text me and let me know, but I'm pretty sure that he was on that team that beat Fairmont Senior last time.
I'll tell you what does mess up my story is that I use a different colored pen for every quarter, and I only brought 4.
Well,
yeah, helps me track, helps the narrative. You need to know how many they had this quarter, stuff it helps.
Right. Yeah, no, I agree with you.
So captains are going to go out. Hunter Rogers will represent the Huskies.
There's a lot of stretching going on right now on both sidelines. I mean, even though it's cooler out, this is the time of year that people really cramp up. The humidity. It's very humid in this box.
It is. It's nice and warm out here. Up here, Jason Walker, the captain for Fairmont Senior, and I think the wisdom you play defense here first.
I was just in a text that Matt Offit was the quarterback both years.
Is that right?
And Coach Hayes was on one of those teams.
Okay.
So there you go. A little fun fact. Matt Offit.
Well, thanks.
He was a former strength and conditioning coach, I believe, at Fairmont State. So still looks like he can play.
Well, appreciate that. Thanks, everyone listening. Our listener numbers have been great tonight.
It has been. Hope they continue. Hopefully we're doing a good enough job that they continue.
Well, I think that maybe they've been what we track on YouTube. It's everyone and Huddle TV.
That's right. I forgot.
But I don't know how to track the numbers there. But YouTube we can see. And I think the home numbers aren't that great because everyone's at the game.
Yeah, that's true. It's a big game. And you know what? That's okay. This is where they should be. They should have us on over at the Derby. That's where they should have us.
All right, Fairmont Senior wins the toss. They'll start on defense.
Smart.
Always the conventional wisdom. Then you know what you have to do.
That's right.
Trying to remember the last overtime game that I did, and it very likely may have been state semifinals Polar Bears at Bridgeport years ago with Jake Abbott on the 2-point conversion.
Hey, I do have 6 listeners in Montana listening.
Is that right?
I got a message. Yeah.
Okay.
And shout out to Brian Schlosky and Aaron Denham for actually catching fish in Montana.
Okay.
That's great. Good job, guys.
I take it you haven't had much luck with that?
I haven't went. I was supposed to go, and you know what I mean? I got too much going on. Couldn't go.
I'm going to try and catch some on Cheat Lake tomorrow morning. We'll see how it goes.
That's good.
All right, 1st and 10. No clock in overtime. Ball at the 20. And we got Michael at quarterback now. Holden and Parson at the wing to the left. Snap, Toby Michael. He's going to keep. Toby's around the right side. He picks up a block, steps inside a tackle, and he's going to pick up about 3.
That was, 3 yards, but it was a hard 3 yards to get.
Every yard that Toby has tonight has been. Give him 4, actually.
I always say at this juncture in the game, this is going to be about will. I mean, seriously, it is.
Ball at the 16 for a 2nd and 6 now. First overtime period. Toby's got the snap. It's going to be a give to Poindexter. He's hit and dropped in the backfield. Going to lose a couple as Boda gets him.
Big 3rd down. Here comes Cole.
Poindexter 29 yards on 19 carries tonight.
All right.
Morris back in the game. Poindexter out. Egel in. Cyrus Collins also in. Holden going to step in and play tackle as Gavin Floyd comes to the bench. 3rd down and 8. Ball's at the 18. Morris has the snap. He's going to roll to the right, looking to throw. Hits it to Collins, and this one nearly picked off by Rapchek as he came late. Collins was open momentarily.
He was. It's the second time Rapchek has undercut a route to deflect it. Okay.
4th and 8 now.
This is tough here.
Poindexter checks back in.
This is where if you had a kicker, like a kicker that, when I say if you have a kicker, you have one that could do. I mean, this is a hard kick for a high school kid, to be honest with you. They're weapons, man.
Be a 36-yard kick from here.
This has been their best formation.
5 wide for Morris. Snap. Has some time. Pressure comes. He steps up. Cole rolls out. He's going to be sacked. Throws it away. But he was in the grasp, and he goes down.
Okay. Hey, listen, you got to regroup right now. I know Fairmont Senior's on a high right now, but right now, you, as a defense, you've got to take pride right now and let them know that you're not going to score.
Looks like a loss of 4 for Morris on that one. Didn't see who got the sack.
I didn't either, actually.
Looked to me like it was 53, Trevin Rickert, but I haven't called his name tonight. So I might have misread the jersey. A little far away up here. All right, Polar Bears with a chance to win it. They just need points of any kind. And it'll be 1st and 10 at the 20 for the Polar Bears. Smith is in a pistol. He's going to give it. This is Boda. And Boda gets a nice run. He's still on his feet. Going to get near a 1st down. That's 8 yards for Taryn Boda. All right, 2nd and 2. Ball to 12. Ball to 12-yard line. 2nd and 2 for Smith. He's in the shotgun. He's going to keep. Goes around the right side. He's got the 1st down. He's inside the 5. He's at the 2. So Anthony Smith brings it inside the 5. He's down at the 2. So that's a gain of 10.
I'd say you're going to get the same thing.
I think so, too. Takes a snap. High snap. He keeps around the right side. He's to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown. Polar Bears will win it. Smith 2-yard run wins it for the Polar Bears. And what a great game, Coach.
It was a good game. I mean, it seems like about every time we played them over the past 3 years or so, it's been battles.
So that will do it. Your final score, Fairmont Senior 27, North Marion in an instant classic here at East West Stadium. Plenty to be happy about if you're North Marion, but got to be disappointed in the overall outcome. Had it right there, but the Polar Bears come out on top. Great effort by the Huskies all around, though.
Yeah, it was. I mean, listen, neither team quit. Both teams played hard. I mean, North Marion, hats off to them. They really laid it all out there tonight. I mean, there's not too many plays you sit there and it's like, they didn't give great effort or whatever. So, hats off to them. Great job. Just regroup and come back next week. You got to go to Lincoln and face a much different attack than what you saw tonight. It's going to be an air raid attack.
Absolutely. Well, for Coach Steve Harbert, I'm Sean McNamara. Once again, your final score, 27-21. Have a good night.